Radio Shock Jocks. The biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio Bad Boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Wardrobe.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
What are you doing in death?
I've been hanging a lot with JFK, and he's the life of the party, let me tell you.
Why would he be the life of the party?
At the party, he's the one that goes around with the Doritos, and he fills his head with salsa.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Weren't we just here?
Yes, probably 24 hours ago.
No, 21 hours ago.
Oh, I keep forgetting about the time we actually spend here. I was just thinking about the time we start here.
This old gag.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, this old gag.
On this TGIF.
Yeah.
Dan loves that one. Doesn't make sense. One of the news stations around here says this. Good morning on this TGIF. This, thank God it's Friday. Doesn't quite make sense. Yeah.
I don't know. Really trying to jump in with something there. I don't know. I got nothing.
I don't
watch those kinds of channels.
No. It's the news, the local news.
I watch
you can't get
YouTube.
away from it.
I watch animals kill each other.
Oh, man. Thank you for that video today, Bill Burr. Bill Burr in for Jim Norton.
Let me tell you something, though. Yes, thank you indeed, Bill Burr.
He's turned us on to Fat Kid Moped Guy yesterday.
Fat Moped.
Fat Moped, and then today...
Fat Kid on the logs trying to cross the river.
Yeah.
Was hysterical.
Golly!
Big hit at the poker game last night. Yes, thank you, Bill Burr, for that. But everybody now has, like, their little thing. Hey, dude, did you see this one?
Yeah.
You're like, what? No.
Everybody wants to be the guy that
shows you.
That turns, yeah.
So Bill Burr comes in this morning and goes, hey, did you see the zebra and the lion?
Lioness?
Yeah, the lioness and the zebra? It's like, no.
What's
you just
that
put
about?
You want to see any animal fights, you just put in any animal and then VS, like versus, and it comes up.
Yeah.
Like, what? First of all, how did you find that out?
I don't know how. I just...
It just stumbled.
No, this is what my pattern goes. I'll look up, like, drum videos.
Yeah.
Watching guys play drums, and somehow it morphs into, like, slap fights, then fat people falling off of things, or getting hit, and then it goes into animals killing each other.
Somehow you're into animals, yeah.
We've talked about that in the past. You're looking up one lousy thing on the internet, next thing you know, how did I get here?
You have no idea how you ended up there, and you forgot what you originally were looking for.
Right.
And it always turns
real important.
And it always turns into sex or violence. One or the other.
Always ends in sex. Always.
Sex used to be the only real reason to go on the internet. You would start off looking for something and then end up on a porn site. But increasingly, it's turned more to violence videos, which are under the guise of being funny, because, well, they're funny. Yeah. There's nothing but just put Fat Kid in, and you'll get a bevy of videos with poor fat kids just either fighting or trying to do something as their thin friends laugh at them.
Oh, and it's always funny because it's just mean.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's just, I don't know, like that kid, like the kid pushing the other kid and he falls into the river.
Oh, yeah.
It just like reminded me of my childhood. I've been that kid being picked on, and I've also been the mean kid.
Been the mean kid, yeah.
Dude, push him.
Yeah.
Push him.
And he's crying while he's getting out of the water. And you don't feel bad because you don't know these people. They're just little squares on your computer screen.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining, and it's a quick clip. You don't have to sit there too long, and then they're gone.
The funny thing is like all the dumb stuff people like right underneath it, especially like the animals fighting each other. Like they literally get in these stupid arguments, just like, what do you think, gorilla or a crocodile?
Yeah.
And then somebody like, on land or in the water? Dude, a gorilla would totally kill a crocodile. And they like argue it.
Why are you arguing?
And then somebody writes something racist, and then
and it takes that turn or political.
Yeah, 9/11.
You know, the zebra really represents Bush.
Yeah.
Oh, but why don't you back the troops, ass? What?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, there they go. The zebra lioness video comments are now just turned into a political discussion.
How you used to write on your desk at school.
That's what comments, message boards, everything has become what your desk used to be. Your desk was a message board.
Yeah.
In school years ago. You'd write something like, whoever sits here in second period sucks. And then, dude, don't even let me catch who's writing this. I'll kick your ass. You couldn't kick, but it took days.
Right.
And then you'd be like, all right,
it has to continue on the actual seat.
Yeah,
because you just ran out of
desk space.
There's a lot of arrows, a big arrow heading toward the seat.
Someone would wash the desks, and that's like the board just being purged. It was like your desk crashed.
Yeah.
My desk crashed. We lost all the info. Sorry, start over again.
But it's just like that, under these silly, stupid videos. It always comes down to some ridiculous argument.
Bill came up with a great one, though. It was a lioness attacking a zebra. Well, you've seen that before. The lioness has the zebra by the neck. It's in the water.
Usually it's not good for the zebra.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
But the zebra had some moves. Decided it was going to push the lioness's head into the water and drown it.
It looked like the zebra was a fan of the UFC.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he had some moves, man.
Because then the lioness had to tap out.
Yeah.
You saw those big claws just laid into the zebra's neck. And then the second the lioness's head went underwater, that grip loosened up, like, okay, hey, I'm letting go. I'm tapping out.
But the zebra knew what it was doing. He pushed the lioness's head right into the water.
Yeah, then the lioness looks all embarrassed afterwards. Like,
because the zebra just took off running, and the lioness is alone, kind of looking around, going,
I hope nobody saw that.
He's hoping no lion saw him.
Anyone looking at that? I just got my ass handed to me by a zebra.
Yeah. And then she chased the zebra, just pissed.
Yeah, but wasn't going to get anywhere. All soaking wet and embarrassed.
Right.
The zebra's already got a great head start. The lioness is blowing water out of its nose. Yeah, that was a good one.
Speaking of the animal kingdom, very exciting news. We got the latest Loch Ness Monster video.
Definitive proof now, finally.
You'll be seeing this sometime this morning or today?
Of the existence of the Loch Ness Monster. No more of these hazy videos or these fake shadowy things. This is definitive proof that the Loch Ness Monster lives in Loch Ness. And you sold me.
You know, I know it's real. It's because John Bon Jovi is on the cover of the New York Post. And if we actually did find a brontosaurus-sized reptile, found out it was real, I'd still want to know what John Bon Jovi was doing to have fun in the Big Apple.
Don't you think if that was a Loch Ness Monster, it would be on every paper and every news agency would be talking about, oh, my God, a living dinosaur. We have a living dinosaur on this planet. You know what this means? And they'd be doing studies, and it's another roll of just blurry,
they're saying
shaky.
They're saying it's good video.
Good video?
They're saying it's
awful.
It's some of the best video yet.
It's somebody holding their breath with, like, an umbrella handle sticking out of the water.
Yes. It might as well be. I saw of course I watch all these things.
It's getting harder to scam people, though, because there's so many camera crews set up.
Yeah.
Now around that lake.
Around
in the old days, you could get your buddy after a few beers. Let's get in a float and make a video.
Yeah, I'll tow this.
Yeah, I'll tow this log. You take some shaky video from a cliff somewhere. We'll be stars, I tell you.
They showed. I watched the show on the Loch Ness, and they showed what a lot of these things are, and this looked exactly like one of these things. It's a wave. There are these waves on the loch because of either a boat wake, and the boat could have passed by like a half hour before, and you'll still get this rolling wave that'll look like a round body going through the water from the shoreline. Or sometimes it's just the currents make these waves, and the wave looks like something moving through the water. And that's exactly what this stupid video looked like. Where's the head? Where's the teeth? Where's the peepers? I want to see... That's what I want to see. Someone running a camera, and then 5 feet in front of the camera, the water starts shaking a little bit of bubbles, and then in a crystal clear picture, you just see...
Yeah.
And this thing just like with huge teeth...
We've been spoiled.
Menaces the lens.
We've been spoiled by great monster movies in the last decade. We want to see the real deal.
Look.
What? That's cool, right?
Stop it. It's shaking.
It has to be real. It's on CNN.com.
Oh, my God. It is nothing.
That looks like something that Roy Scheider would shoot at.
Yeah. Smile, you son of a bitch.
No, remember when he thinks it's a shark and it's just like
oh yeah, it's just bluefish.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm shooting up the beach with my poisonous bullets.
I guess Ant does have a point. I want to see the monster pop out.
Yeah, until I see the
and then maybe all of a sudden like Godzilla comes over the mountain.
Yeah, starts fighting
to take on the Loch Ness monster.
Exactly. I want to see some proof. That's not proof.
It's on CNN.com, but they're saying maybe it's just a giant eel.
Giant eel would be a monster, wouldn't it?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's kind of like the Loch Ness monster.
That's what they've been hinting at for a long time anyway, that they're just real
Well, what is a giant
eel?
Well, but a giant eel is like, what, 23 feet long?
Yeah.
Would that make it a giant one?
I think giant is anything over 12 feet.
Well,
you're just making that up.
Why?
Because you have a microphone in front of you and you can.
Yeah. Well, that's official now, though.
Look at it. It's something just in the water.
Yeah,
there's no
the Loch Ness monster.
If a brontosaurus neck came poking up, I would say, all right, I think they're onto something.
Dude, how freaked out would you be? That would be the coolest thing.
It'd be cool. I'd book a ticket immediately.
I want something to happen within our lifetime. I want us to catch an alien. I want us to catch Bigfoot. I want the Loch Ness monster. I want something. A Yeti.
We ain't seeing crap. A Yeti. You'd settle for a Yeti?
One of those.
I would see a Yeti picture and go, who cares? It's a Yeti.
One of those Tasmanian devil creatures down in the swamps.
Those?
You got them in Australia.
Well,
but they're stupid. They don't look like the cartoon one we grew up with.
I want the Batman boy thing.
Yeah. Bat boy?
Anything. I want us to freaking capture one of these things in our lifetime.
Definitive proof. Do you think if there was a Bigfoot roaming the Pacific Northwest that we wouldn't have found it somehow by now?
Maybe he's smarter than us and knows how to hide.
He's a stupid, hairy, big-footed animal, and he's bamboozled us for years.
Yeah, because the Pacific Northwest, Anthony, there's a lot of area that we still haven't explored.
Yeah, it's called trees, stupid.
Trees. We're hacking them down left and right.
We haven't explored all the trees.
Don't you think every single animal, the second we start cutting their habitat down, winds up in someone's backyard pool or rummaging through their garbage pail?
Yeah.
Where's Bigfoot going through the dump?
Deep in the forest, man.
Why hasn't he come out since we're infringing on his territory and eating out of the garbage?
He's underground, and he runs along that stone path with the round circle that moves and freaks out Lee Majors.
Wow.
Probably the worst $6 million man ever. $6 million Man versus Bigfoot.
Oh, you kidding me? I love that.
Is it on YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
Does he get away?
Yeah. Dude, Lee Majors would totally kill Andre the Giant in real life.
Dude, shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. First of all, any could kick Lee Major's ass. Oh, why does it have to get to race?
All right, listen, we got the Loch Ness footage story here. It's great.
Loch Ness Monster is back, and a British man says he has proof on tape. He has captured what Nessie watchers say is the finest video ever taken of the...
Know what I need to find out?
Finest ever?
Now, see, they're talking about how this might be real. I want to know what the next story was.
Ah, right.
I want to see how serious the news took this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got that, hopefully? All right, good.
Like when they were talking about finding Jesus Christ's tomb.
Yeah, what happened with that?
That should have been the most important story in the history of Earth.
We should still be talking about that. But,
Right.
We barely remember that they announced that they found his coffin, right?
Jesus' coffin. Now it's the Loch Ness Monster, and then
They found his wife beater.
They'll probably follow it up with the fact that Starbucks isn't using whole milk anymore.
No!
They did a 5-minute story on that locally here in New York today. Who gives a rat's ass?
What Nessie watchers say is the finest video ever taken of the fabled creature in Scotland's mysterious lake. Can't you see it? Gordon Holmes says he couldn't...
When you have to say, can't you see it?
Can't you see it? Hooper! Ain't you watching it, Hooper?
Can't you see it?
Can't you see it?
I think. Usually you say, can't you see it, when you really can't see it.
That is something on the surface of the water, whether it's a wave, a log, an eel, a fish, a boat. There's no definitive proof it's anything. It's just something. Wow, and it's on Loch Ness. Whoa.
The fabled creature in Scotland's mysterious lake. Can't you see it? Gordon Holmes says he couldn't believe his eyes last weekend when he spotted a jet black thing about 45 feet long.
Damn your eyes, man!
Fairly fast in the water. Nessie sightings have been drawing tourists for decades, and local business leaders want to keep it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Without doubt, Loch Ness is known all over the world. It's almost an iconic tourism destination.
Aye. No, it isn't.
But there's no question that it needs to be protected, it needs to be developed, it needs to be taken forward.
Oh, great.
Taken forward, developed. What does he want?
They got a whole economy that
condos
revolves around this Loch Ness Monster. That
that place is huge. Anytime you got a girlfriend, she wants to go to Europe. What's the first place she wants to go to?
Loch Ness.
Absolutely. Paris.
That's
Please.
great. You ever see...
I want to go somewhere where it's cold and rainy all the time.
The water is freezing cold. It's just always foggy and raining, and it's a rocky coast.
Special on the
Who would go
Ness.
there?
No one.
No one.
Geeks who want to see it.
Anybody from Europe is coming over here to go to Lake Winnipesaukee?
No. We gotta go there. It's our first destination once we hit the U.S.
New Hampshire, baby.
It's the Loch Ness. We've got to develop it, do you?
We need to protect it.
It's got to be protected. It's protected. No one wants to do anything with it. They sent a bunch of submarines down there.
Boy.
They done sonar searches with everything. What, Nessie's smart too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hiding every time?
Yeah, the reason we haven't discovered some of these animals and creatures because they're smarter than us.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, newscasters speculate as to what it could be, and then the weatherman tries a nice segue. Oh, boy.
Good.
These are always fun.
It's always good when a weatherman tries to seg his
Nessie
weather.
watchers say the video is impressive because Holmes panned back to get the background shore into the shot, meaning it is less likely to be a fake.
That's kind of freaky.
It looks like a whole bunch of seaweed to me.
Well, what else could it be? Could it be a downburst of wind?
It could be a shadow of a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
It could be seaweed.
Wait, but what, they're being serious?
But you said it was Nessie.
Huh?
But she was just saying it was the Loch Ness Monster.
First of all, you dummy newsreader, seaweed doesn't swim by itself. This thing is moving, so it's something.
It could be seaweed.
How could it be seaweed?
It could be the QE2.
Dummy? Just read the news and move on. Leave the commentary for people that do that for a living. Seaweed?
I think.
Will you admit that it's something that's moving?
I say it's swamp gas. I'm pulling the old swamp gas.
It could be seaweed.
Maybe a shadow of a cloud because it's got a wake. It could be, it can't be a downburst of wind because none of the other waves are cooperating that way. It could be a little like a mini rogue wave or something like that.
I know
it could be something that really isn't there. It's just movement through the water.
Or it could be those whales in Northern California.
Right, that have found their way over there.
Love the antibiotics. Now we're going to Scotland.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, that's a deep body of water, so who knows what it could be.
A lot of people getting rich behind it, too, apparently.
And that's what counts.
That's the bottom line, isn't it?
Hey, good morning, Maurice. Good morning, Kate. And good morning to you. And hopefully no monsters out there for you. Just, boy, feeling oppressive as far as the heat and humidity.
Oh,
my God.
Worst segue ever.
Oh.
How in the hell do you do? Hopefully there's no monsters out there for you. Well,
they play like improv games when you go to meteorology school. Like, we're just going to throw out scenarios. I want you somehow to connect it into weather.
Yeah. And go.
All right. Fat woman falls into manhole.
Boy, she was pretty big, and some big storms moving into our area.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you. I tried. I got through that one. Oh, that was just...
Hopefully there's no monsters.
I made an ass of myself.
Yes, you did. No monsters.
Did you see that jerk?
That's right, Homer.
Right on, Homer. All right, well, we're just getting started. Good morning to everybody.
Morning.
Our phone number is 877-212-5762. On the show today, we got, we're finally going to do movie scripts with Steve and Roland?
Yes.
All right, very cool. Can we do that soon? Is Roland here? No. All right, as soon as Roland gets here, we'll do that. Chris Angel's stopping by. He's doing something really cool in Times Square. David Blaine is a hack. Chris Angel's the real deal. He at least does stuff that is very, very interesting. My headphones just...
His show freaks me out.
Mind freak?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about it with Chris Angel at 7:30.
There's some things, and it just... First of all, it annoys me that I don't know how it's done. And then, secondly, some of them are pretty skeevy.
Yeah.
That hook in his back thing, where they lifted him up by a helicopter with hooks in his back.
That's pretty cool. I'm beyond distracted. Did I lose my hearing in my left ear?
What happened?
What?
Huh?
Did I just lose my hearing in my left ear?
Jiggle it.
All right, we got to go to break. They got to fix the studio again.
Oh.
Something's going on with my headphones. Oh, my God, so distracting. Also, we might have a surprise guest today, and I think Dane Cook's going to call in to promote his new movie that's getting great reviews.
Mr. Brooks.
Mr. Brooks, thank you, Bill Burr. Bill Burr in for Jim Norton. It's Opie and Anthony. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. If you're just waking up, Bill Burr in studio. The whole gang going down to Washington, D.C. to check out Jim Norton's HBO taping.
Yep.
That's going down tomorrow night. It's kind of cool to hit the road and do absolutely nothing for once.
Yeah, we just got to be at a show.
We usually go into these cool cities, and then we're too busy doing stuff that we don't get to enjoy the city.
Yep.
Washington is a great, great town.
Yeah, a lot of culture. I'm going to the museums.
Are you really?
No. I sit in my room like I always do and watch movies.
You got to get out there.
No, you don't.
Experience the culture.
No, you never do. No.
Most of the time I went down there and I went to the Pentagon because I thought it was like the Lincoln Memorial that you could just walk around and look at it. So I started walking around the thing. You know,
I bet you were stopped.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, funny. I was like looking in a Jeep. So like, oh, this is cool. I'm just walking around. All of a sudden.
Doing?
Well, it was right after, it was...
Don't say right after 9/11.
No, it was. It was 6 months after 9/11.
Oh, good one.
And they never really showed the footage where it hit, so I was just like, all right, I want to see this.
Yeah.
You know, so I started, there was some people were in uniform, other people were wearing, like, suits, so I don't know, it just didn't dawn on me, and I just started walking around, looked in a couple of Jeeps, and then I just started, and all of a sudden this Jeep came flying out, and this guy gets out with, like, this red beret, and he's, like, smiling, but he's looking right through to the back of my skull. He's like, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
He goes, what are you doing? And I was just like, I'm just sort of, just kind of walking around, and the guy goes, oh, yeah? That's not what I heard. And I was like, uh-oh.
That's not what I heard?
Yeah, I swear to God,
no.
He goes, that's not how I heard. He goes, I heard you were walking around looking in Jeeps, acting suspicious. And the reality was, I was like, I wonder where the plane hit. Do I walk around this way, or do I walk around that way? So I kind of did like a back and forth thing, and I was looking
Jeeps. Suspicious.
I was brutal, so I had to be like, and I couldn't say why I was there. You know?
Did they haul you in?
No, they started asking me questions, and I just said, look, I'm a comedian. I'm in town. I was working this place, Teddy's House of Comedy. Down there, and
Teddy's House of Comedy.
Welcome to Teddy's House of Comedy.
I don't understand about
that's
comedy
where my
clubs.
career was. That's where
but
my
I don't
career
understand
was.
these comedy club owners. They can't come up with better names for their clubs.
Oh, they're terrible.
Teddy's House of Comedy.
That's not even a bad one. Laughter Hours.
Oh, Laughter Hours.
Yeah, like New York Post headlines.
Yeah.
What is the name of it?
Bunch of puns.
All right, anyway, I don't want to get you off track. So
he just ends up taking down my name and whatever, starting some sort of file. I guess.
Oh no!
And then I go, look, man, I didn't realize that this. Now I'm really starting to think like, yeah, dude, this isn't a tourist attraction. This is where they plot out.
Wars.
This is where they plot out world domination,
covert actions.
Yeah, like I was gonna take a tour of it. I'm an idiot.
And you're peeking. You were peeking into things.
I was looking at the Jeeps like it was an exhibit. I'm surprised I didn't get in one and start, pretending I was driving. Like
this
moving.
is great. Can someone take my picture?
Yeah, and perfect. Just white male, mid-30s. I mean, I just had everything that they were looking for. That I was a psycho.
Some wacky militia guy.
So then I go, look, man, I was walking around looking at it. I go, all right, I'll leave. And the guy goes, no. He's like, you're free to walk around the whole thing if you want. And at that point I was so freaked out. Like, no, dude, I'm okay. And I walked away and I was kind of laughing. And then one other Marine all of a sudden just kind of yelled out. And he was trying to scare me or whatever. I was just
He did that for his buddies. Like, watch this.
Yeah, you think the football players didn't do that in high school? I made noise.
My problem with Washington, D.C. is I'll go in front of the White House every time I go down there, and I get this urge to I'm not even kidding, to climb the fence to see what happens.
Well, that happens every so often.
I know, but I get that feeling like, why don't we just see what happens?
Same end result. You get tackled on the lawn.
Hopefully you get tackled and not shot.
Oh, yeah,
True.
pre-9/11, that was a wacky frat stunt.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Hey, what Opie did?
See how far you get, man.
Yeah.
Before you get tackled by Secret Service.
I think I can make it to the front door.
Yeah, sure.
And all you got was community service back then. Now it's you get
prison, torture, Guantanamo.
But what is that? We all have it in our brains. I get the urge to do that, but I don't. Like, I used to watch come into the city from Long Island and go see a lot of talk shows with my mom and my family. Like back in the day, Phil Donahue and Montel and the rest of them. And I would
Sally Jesse.
Whatever they were giving free tickets out for. And I would sit in the audience and get the urge to just run onto the stage and tackle the host. And then I'm like, oh, my God, is anyone reading my brain? Do they realize what I'm thinking of doing right now? Like, I get all freaked out, and then I'm like, all right, calm down. No one knows. Just enjoy this.
Like crazy people do it.
Right.
But
That's
you
the
just
difference.
think about it.
You think about it, but for some reason, you don't.
That's when you. I think it's the same mentality like when you were in class and the teacher's like, the next person who laughs, and then immediately you're just holding your nose.
You're trying not to laugh.
Anything. Even to this day, if someone said, you walk into a store and they'll have something there that says, please do not touch, you just have to go up.
I want to touch it.
You just got to take one finger and
just poke at it.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do the second I come in your store.
Crazy people do those things. That's why they're crazy. Like, they think about it and just do it and don't give it a second thought, and then they get dragged off.
Yeah,
but sane people, you still think it, but you just know, well, I can't do that. I'll be thrown in jail. You think about the consequences of it.
Right. Hey, let's switch gears real fast because the video's up on the screen. What is A-Rod doing? Now he's parading around Boston with his wife. Walking down Newbury Street.
Everything's fine now.
They got video of him just holding his wife's hand.
I think that's legitimate. I don't think that's something that a publicist came up with.
Of course not.
I think he really went for a stroll because he always does that. I've seen that all the time.
Always seen with his wife.
Well, they
walking around.
They got his blonde babe on the front page of the New York Post. She was in Playboy. The headline is Bunny Honey. He's been seen with her in like 5 or 6 cities.
Before yesterday, you'd sooner see A-Rod with the Loch Ness Monster than with his wife.
It was the same coverage. I think that's her. You can tell it.
Is that his wife? I just see something moving through the water.
But the question is, how is he getting away with this?
Money.
Because they have
a little bit of power.
You think they have an understanding? You think he just tells her, look, this is what I'm doing, like it or not? Is there prenup? There's so many unanswered questions here.
I think the most logical thing is, they had a little chat. That must have been some just knockdown, drag-out yelling match. And now you will see her spending a lot more time with him on the road. Other places, she's not going to leave him alone for a while.
But he should have showed up with 2 whores and they just go, look, I make $252 million. I do what I want.
Do what I want to do.
She takes me for half. I still have $125 million.
She's looking pretty stupid.
Yeah.
She really is. A day after they're parading around together in Boston doing photo ops.
Yeah, she should have continued doing what she was doing the other day, packing her bags.
It just seems like she has accepted what he is.
But she can get a huge amount of money by leaving him. It's just how divorce works, you know? She could walk away a rich woman.
I think she didn't care. She already knew to begin with, but then some idiot put the photos in here, so now she has to go along with the host.
Play the part.
She doesn't care.
You think they're going to each other like, can you believe we got to do this?
She wants to get back to New York so she can hook up with the doorman when he's in Kansas City.
Yeah. They're both talking to each other, just going, can you believe we got to hold hands and do this whole act thing? And then the A-Rod's looking at some women going, oh, would I like to just bang her, huh? What do you think? She's like, yeah. Probably like that. What a mess.
So
what a bunch of dishonest people.
Yankees,
as opposed to us.
Yes, who are completely honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not buying into this. I mean, the Daily News, A-OK, ? Yankees star and wife put on a happy face, sort of, after photo fiasco.
Fiasco.
So, I don't know.
I finally saw that thing of him yelling mine. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. What was that about the other day?
There was just a pop-up to the third baseman, and A-Rod, I guess he was on second or something, and as he came running around, he got right behind. He said ha, but it looked like he said mine. He said mine as he goes around, so the dude thought the shortstop called him off, and Paul just drops. It was hilarious. Dude, it was like wrestling, when they take out the foreign object and the ref doesn't see it. I thought it was hilarious.
And apparently A-Rod was laughing. He started, laughing at the situation.
How could you not? It's like, he probably hasn't gotten away with that since, the 5th grade.
Little League, yeah.
Dude, I was telling you, that happened to me when I was playing street hockey one time. I just was never good at hockey, so I had to totally look down at the tennis ball. This is rollerblades, how old I am.
Yeah.
And I was literally in front of my own net, and somebody goes, "Burr, burr, burr!" And I passed it over to somebody on the other team.
Oh.
And just shot it in the net. I wanted to beat myself with my own stick. It was brutal.
Nailed some guy playing paintball years ago, and we had paintball teams, and this guy who was on the opposing team, we were set up in the bushes, just all laying down, kind of waiting ambush, and this guy on the opposing team is walking right towards us. So we kind of positioned ourselves where you're either wearing a yellow armband or a red armband to distinguish the teams. We kind of moved a little so he couldn't see our armbands. And we're like, dude, get over here. They're right behind you. Come on, get down. So he comes running in towards us and lays down with us, and we all just opened up on him as he's laying on the ground. He goes, what are you doing? And we kind of turned around and showed him our armbands are different. He's like, oh, you guys suck. It's not fair.
I mean, doesn't that... It's mental. They're just doing anything to try to get you to relax.
To come out of your foxhole, poke your head out. Mickey mental.
Well, we got the update on A-Rod. Here it is. He's a class act, I tell you. Go Sox!
Well, Alex Rodriguez's mystery gal pal is reportedly a longtime stripper and Playboy bunny wannabe. The New York Post says Jocelyn Noel Morse dances at A-Rod's favorite strip club in Las Vegas. She also posed topless for Playboy. The pair were caught on camera at a nightclub in Tampa and at his hotel in Toronto. Now, A-Rod was spotted with his wife yesterday in Boston. His only comment on the scandal was, quote, "It's been enough."
Yeah, all right.
It's been enough.
Hey, you know, all right.
Hey, it's been enough.
We'll leave him alone.
Okay, put the cameras away.
Right, pack up, boys.
Pack up your little pads.
A-Rod has told us it's been enough, so let's move on.
So it's been enough.
Yeah, because that's what the media does.
Yeah. Got to remember that one, Ope. It's been enough. Just say it's been enough.
Hey, you guys need to know when to walk away. Leave them wanting more.
Right. Exactly.
You know what? This is just a bunch of nerds who are just upset that this is the way some people get to live.
Some people get to live in this country.
Yeah. Some people are good-looking guys with $250 million and
giant sums of money
and a whore in every city and a gorgeous wife.
That's what he does
at home.
And he could do whatever he pleases.
They don't like it now. They're telling him, "Look what he's doing." Yeah. Why should he be able to do this? You know why? Because you're fat and you're ugly. Do some sit-ups and develop a talent.
Some guy, like, working at a body shop can't get away with this. You know what I mean?
Imagine that.
Right.
With strippers, pictures are taken, and it gets to his wife.
What the hell are you doing, Henry? What about Buttafuoco, though?
Yeah.
Buttafuoco, somehow, he's back with his girl.
Nah, it's a publicity.
Yeah, they're doing some kind of...
We have left that dumb story alone.
It's a publicity stunt, and she's probably still hooking up with him. Part of publicity.
Part of the publicity. Yeah, they need an actual shot of them doing it through a window.
I don't know. I think he was bringing it. The fact that she would actually shoot somebody in the face over him.
That you would have any relationship with the girl or woman now that shot your wife in the face when at a time where you were supposedly in love with her.
Yeah.
You know, it's just beyond me.
But how much did you fail as a father when the guy you have to chase away you feel is too much older than you to beat up? Like, I can't beat this guy up. He's like 60. You're like 45. Your 16-year-old daughter. Sweetheart, you're humping Grandpa. What do you want?
All right, we got a quickie here. This is a great story.
When it comes to children, one Dallas mother knows about having them in pain. Odds are 1 in 500,000, but she's giving birth today to her third set of twins at Baylor University Medical Center. But with the joy comes great challenges, as Channel 8's Brad Watson reports.
Inside the wood frame house, life resembles the nursery.
Oh, that was...
Inside the wood-framed house. I thought there was going to be some guy screaming in there. We're up to our armpits in dirty diapers.
I can watch local news all day long. They're just a bunch of dopes. It stinks.
I never found...
In a wood-framed house. Yeah.
It's a little house on the prairie. Here in a soddy.
Right.
The wood frame house, life resembles the nursery rhyme of the old woman who lived in a shoe.
She had so many children, her uterus fell out. Remember that one?
Yeah. Oh! I like this guy's I went to broadcasting school voice.
Yes.
Well, they all wanted to be...
wooden house.
They all wanted to be Walter Cronkite reporting on the real news, but instead they get these dumb stories.
What's the story here? I'm missing it.
Well, I meant to do another story, to be honest with you, but we'll go with it. A 20-year-old unemployed girl has third set of twins.
20?
20, and she's on her third set
of twins.
Yeah.
Great.
Resembles the nursery rhyme of the old woman who lived in a shoe. But here, young mom Amanda Gonzalez cares for 4-year-old Natalie, 3-year-old twins Adam and Sebastian, 2-year-old twins Rachel and Raquel, and 2 more twin girls are scheduled for a C-section birth today.
I've always taken care of kids since I was little. Babysit, and I think that's where I got it. When I used to babysit a lot of kids, I just wanted to have my own.
That's not where you got it.
No. She's always taken care of kids. Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
Well, that sounds...
Could you just... I've always taken care of kids.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? That sounds proper.
How about a book?
Some people have no fear in life.
Yeah.
Like 20 years old, you got 7 kids. And you're just like, I mean, I'm still trying to wrap myself around that I'm living with somebody.
Could you? Yeah.
Pumping them out. Where's the dad? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he's at.
Bill, you're onto something. The no fear in life thing. Like, we're finally doing really well, obviously, in radio, okay? And I still feel like I'm going to be unemployed and broke someday. Like, I have this paranoia. And at this point, I think I can finally let it go and go, okay, I think you're going to be okay. But you're right. There are people out there, they're just banging
Caution
women,
to the wind.
using no protection. We'll see what happens.
Having baby after baby. like I said, 20 years old.
God bless them. It's probably the easiest way to live.
7 kids.
Don't even worry about a job or raising the kids. You're just off doing your own thing.
You know how many people consider children and go like, wow, we really got to look over what we make and... I
they go over the budget.
I got to start, taking money and putting it into a fund, a trust fund, annuities. I need to college education.
Or even the other side, who am I as a person?
Right,
am I going to drag on some of the awful things I learned growing up? Have I dealt with those?
But you're sitting there like, I've gone over the budget. I think in the year 2010 we could start a family.
We can start.
If we just stay the course.
Yeah. And this one was just, I took care of kids, so I'm qualified to, shoot out 18 of them.
Bill, you nailed
before I'm 25.
It's a great way to live your life.
No fear.
No fear. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Gonzalez enters the rare club of having fraternal twins 3 times. She took no fertility drugs. The father of the latest set of twins hopes he's ready.
Focus. Just try to have my mind right. Try to have my mind right,
But with neither the 21-year-old father nor 20-year-old mother employed, all the children supported by welfare.
All right, why are they portraying this as a happy story? As a happy, fun story? Why isn't the news portraying this what it is? A burden on society. What the hell is wrong with it?
And they ruined their lives.
Their lives are destroyed. They're never going to be able to. This woman is never going to be able to make something of herself where she can then contribute anything but more children to a society. She's busy.
The dad is already losing his mind. What are you? I'm just trying to maintain.
Just trying to,
just hanging in there.
You got parents out there having 1 kid. They want to have a second kid, but they can't afford it.
They can't because they both have jobs.
There's a big-time responsibility they feel they have. And then there's other people like, we'll have as many as we can, and someone else will raise them.
Oh, yeah. Welfare, they're having it, and this guy is talking about in this wood frame house. Well, isn't this a quaint little scene? And it's only the 3rd time that this has happened.
Do you understand the most important part of the story is they're both unemployed and on welfare and pumping out another set of twins?
It just seems like a setup.
Because she took care of kids and wants to have more.
What's wrong with taking care of kids?
Taking care of kids. She's taking care of my tax money. Jesus Christ.
I think this is the exact reason why they did this story, to get this kind of reaction. To get him going,
it worked.
Frame house, she's having her 97th kid, and you're paying for it.
Here it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Up next, the latest Loch Ness Monster footage. Yeah, the guy is like, there's such a dishonesty in this reporting that goes on with the local news.
Come on. They know what they're doing
this
here.
This isn't a cute story. This is a disaster.
I swear to God, when I pay my taxes, and I swear to God, I'm being completely honest with you here, I would rather pay for a torpedo so something could be blown up than I would this woman's children. I'd rather pay for something I could pop up on YouTube and see explode in Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever the hell else we're dropping a bomb. I want to know I paid for a rivet on a tail fin of a bomb rather than pay for this woman's kids.
That'd be funny if you could choose where your taxes go just to see your return and just get a little of this guy.
Look at it. Are we like him? Nothing but bombs and airplane wings.
Just paying for rivets.
That's it. God. Social programs.
I want my taxes to go to
0.
rivets. What? Yeah, that's right. I want them to go go to rivets.
You know something? We ought to do that.
That's a great idea.
We ought to be able to allocate where we want our tax dollars to go to, because mine would just be CIA and military equipment.
That would at least make it fun to pay taxes, you know?
Just sign it. Go get 'em, boys.
Yeah. Adam, boys, give her the gun.
And, you know, you got the hardcore liberals. They'll
all
use their
social programs.
They'll use their tax money for something.
Yeah, support this woman taking care of kids. You can taking care of her kids with your tax money, the liberals. I want to buy bombs. Bombs! I'm paying for bombs.
I want my taxes to go toward a Starbucks.
A Starbucks?
In the middle of Iraq.
I don't think... Oh, okay.
I think
for
our
the soldiers.
boys need some hot coffee.
There you go.
Some refreshments.
I don't even care where they're used. I don't care if they sit in a stockpile somewhere. I just want the people to know that my tax return would be full of, like F-18 parts and bombs.
Yeah. Hey, Al Dukes is down the hall. He feels like he needs to contribute to the radio show now, which is fine. Al writes, the father of the latest...
Oh, yeah, we missed
I just dumped out Al Dukes' comment because I didn't feel I liked it.
What?
I dumped out Al Dukes' comment. You read it? I dumped it. Go F yourself, Al.
What?
Screw him. I just did. I hit the button.
For the newbies, Al Dukes is down the hall, and he's our dump guy.
I just dumped out of Al.
He keeps us out of trouble, and he has a very...
It was actually a funny line.
He has a very good observation about this story that is...
You're not going to hear it because I decided I didn't want people to hear it.
And it's very safe. It has it doesn't break any FCC regulations, and you dumped out anyway.
Al Dukes makes the dump sheet today. That's it.
But there's nothing in it.
Don't care. I'll come up with a reason before the end of the show.
You know what? Watch this. I'm going to use his line now.
Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah. Children supported by welfare, the young family faces financial and emotional obstacles. With the headlines fresh of the latest North Texas parent to kill her children, Amanda believes she can handle the stress. So does her mother.
And I've always talked to her and told her about it. And if you ever get depressed that bad, you got people you can talk to, your sister, your brother, you know, her boyfriend.
But unlike nursery rhymes, real life can be rough. So you have the energy?
I've had it so far.
You know what's creepy about this story? The father of the latest set.
Yeah.
Meaning there are other fathers,
yeah.
For the other twins.
Exactly. And he made a point of putting it that way. The father of the latest set of twins.
I like how he's like trying to mess up their lives in it.
Good one off.
That was just for us. I think out there in Radio Land, no one understands what we said.
No. Is this true?
Wow.
Al Dukes is now notifying the people against censorship. He's getting Deb to talk for him. Pack is on Al Dukes' side.
All right, well.
I like how they ended that in such a creepy way, like forecasting age, you know. She might have so many kids at this point, she's going to think about killing them.
Yeah,
and
she doesn't have the energy.
Like, he's putting it in her head, like, so you think you can handle it?
Well, the energy?
She's going to
have so far, but now that you think about it, and now that you got me thinking, I might have to, you know.
just want to drown one of them? Just so it's an even number.
The odd one out.
Do you guys think she's going to stop at 6? 6 kids, 21 years old?
She's 21.
She's up to 7.
She's 21 with the latest father. The second she gets another boyfriend, it's going to be another set of twins.
She might be good for 12 to 18 kids.
I would love to see that graft.
Huh?
Like where she's going to end up.
Yeah.
Prediction.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like when you get that young home run hitter and you're like, wow, if he keeps this up, he's going to hit 1,000 homers.
Yeah, in the second game.
Second season, he hits 12.
After like 8 or 9 kids, you like some of them, you just don't even know their names.
Yeah.
I remember my dad, he had so many kids so quickly. He didn't even know what grade we were in. What school we went to. The poor guy was just going to work every day.
Just trying to support this mess of kids.
And then he'd come home and, just scream at the herd so we'd all run.
Like you were the lioness and the kids were the zebras at the watering hole.
Oh, exactly.
Just one scream and they all go scattering.
Had 5 boys, all 2 years apart.
Oh,
just
wow.
Bang, 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 bang.
What a nightmare.
Just coming home, we're all looking at him. Oh, it was brilliant.
That is a night.
But before me, and had a daughter. And
wow, they didn't let you in on that? Till you asked?
Way late. Way late.
Yeah,
Maybe
they-
not 12, but...
They should have been softening the beaches without a little earlier.
I start doing the math like, wait, something's wrong here. What a dummy. They're like, way to go, Einstein.
I still just can't get over the amount of, like, my mother, 5 boys. She used to just send us outside. It didn't even matter, the weather.
All right, wait, Bill.
Yeah, get out.
Now you're getting into some stuff I can relate to. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll hit that one.
Let's remember this subject, though.
Yes, let's take a break, because, and I hope one of my brothers calls, because you just hit a nerve with them. One of my brothers, he says that we didn't have bedrooms, we had barracks.
Yeah.
We had barracks.
Oh, bunk beds, yeah. Sleeping
Oh, we had bunk.
beds.
All right, we're going to get into this
Okay.
next. I think we have similar stories. It's Opie and Anthony. The weekend almost upon us. Maybe I shouldn't say that. We got, what, an hour and a half of radio left.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just starting their day. You have to go to 5 o'clock.
I don't think people enjoy hearing that.
Yeah.
It's Opie and Anthony with Bill Burr today. It's the One virus.
With the crowd.
Spreading across America. Phone number, 877-212-5762. I got to ask Anthony, because he's a huge fan. Did you see the big game last night? King James, what do you think? What do you think?
Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, you know.
Yeah?
You saw it.
Yeah.
I know you saw it.
Yeah.
I saw the same thing. It was amazing.
It was so ridiculous, I think I blocked it out.
Yeah. That could be.
One of the greatest playoff
what happened?
Games ever.
That's what I was
By an
gonna say.
individual?
By an individual.
What happened?
Well, I'll tell you.
You didn't watch. You didn't watch LeBron James last night.
LeBron James, man.
King James.
King James.
Proving he is
King
King James.
James.
How many points?
How many points did he score? What? I was just going to ask you that.
No, I asked you.
No, I asked you. How many points did he score? Because I don't think you watched the game.
I watched the game.
So did I.
He scored the last.
Yeah.
20.
The last 20. What was it? 5
points.
Points.
No, I got it right here.
You're reading it. You didn't watch.
He scored the final 83 out of their final 85 points.
No. He scored the last 25 points.
Yeah,
for the
25
Cavaliers.
points for the Cavaliers.
Double overtime.
It was.
One of the greatest playoff performances ever in NBA
history. This is amazing.
You're an ass. Why don't you repeat that? You're an ass. You, Anthony Cumia, you are an ass.
Yes, I am. I know nothing of basketball.
Oh, I thought you just hated sports in general.
No, he hates basketball. He's kind of a Yankees fan.
Oh, but it's so hard to be.
Oh, it's pointed left Friday.
Hey. They picked up a game. Come on.
Who's Roger Clemens pitching for tonight?
I don't know.
The East Maryland Turtles.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, were you listening to our bit?
Tallahassee Crickets.
That's our bit. Oh, Bill Burr's into the bit. We've been saying, since they picked up Roger Clemens, you pick up the paper and he's pitching for some
Albuquerque Low Tide.
Yeah, there you go. And then they're like, he's almost ready.
Well, he's ready.
And the team's like 6-15 since they made the announcement. Now Clemens is saying, "Why did I do this? I could be playing golf." Now he's got to pitch for a team that doesn't even have a chance.
He's supposed to be their only shot now. And could you just see this? They put him on the mound, and he just is so bad they got to yank him. It just would be like,
that'll be the end.
Right.
And you lost.
As a Red Sox fan, I'm never. I mean, your guys' lineup's ridiculous, so I'm never comfortable.
Right.
And God knows we've been up this much before. It's not it's not as big a deal now because we won the thing. I don't know if you heard about that, but
yeah.
Hey, Bill, best team in baseball, Red Sox.
Dude, it's May.
Yeah, it is
June.
May.
It is June.
It's June, and my Mets right there, baby.
Yeah,
Yankees.
The Metropolitans.
And I think you've lost Giambi for the season now with a little foot injury.
A little foot. His foot is hurt.
Anyway, so you saw the game, right? The Cavaliers, an amazing victory.
Amazing.
Sorry to Detroit. We're being hurt in Detroit.
Yeah, sorry, Detroit.
I think we're talking to about 1,000 people in Detroit, but it matters to them.
Yeah. Sorry. That was an amazing game, though.
And then really fast, and we'll move on. Barry Bonds. We did a great job here in New York as far as Barry Bonds goes. They were handing out blindfolds at Shea Stadium.
Blindfolds.
This is what I want for the rest of this home run chase. You know, when Barry Bonds hits your city, I want to know what your city is doing in the stands. I don't think anyone's going to beat
They're not really supporting him.
I don't think anyone's going to beat the Shea Stadium handing out the blindfolds.
So he gets
they had a picture of a kid in the paper, I think it was yesterday, that the homestand is over, I guess, and the kid was wearing his Barry Bonds blindfold every time Barry was up at bat.
Did he foul one off into the crowd?
That's what I'm waiting for. And somebody's just standing there with their stupid blindfold on and just gets clocked in the head.
Hey, man.
No, this is another example that they're just mad at the guy. He's ruined the game. Shut up. It's been ruined for years. These guys, they're come on.
They revere Mark McGwire. He's revered, and that guy was doing allegedly.
Not anymore, man.
Not anymore.
Mark McGwire
when he was playing.
Mark McGwire.
Cares what happens once you leave.
Mark McGwire is now smaller than me and playing golf.
I know.
Okay, all right. There was something going on there.
They showed Mark McGwire.
Yeah, they showed the latest picture of Mark McGwire. Like, what?
He's got these little round glasses on. He cries at the drop of a hat, and he's rail thin.
Right. He hits a golf ball. Good. Oh, okay, good. Bonds is in Philly this weekend. Philly, what do you got for Barry?
Uh-oh.
Beat the blindfolds.
Oh, Jesus.
Beat the blindfolds. Oh, my God. I'm challenging Philly. I'm crazy.
Anybody can do it. It's Philly.
They're going to have a doozy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I hope he hits 1,000 home runs. Records are for nerds. He's got a 645 on base percentage. Shut up. Who cares? Who cares how many? It's the greatest thing ever watching somebody smash a ball out of a park. It's the most exciting thing.
That's the best part of baseball, is watching somebody smack one out of the park.
Although watching that guy steal home against the Yankees, that was great.
You know what?
I was a little snooze going on there.
Dude, you weren't watching that? It's like you're sitting there, 2-1 count. All of a sudden this guy comes in from the right of the screen.
Tearing in to steal home.
I thought it was a guy from the crowd.
You know what? I'm all for let these guys do whatever the hell they want to hit the baseball further and pitch it faster. I don't care about their personal lives. I just want to see something really cool. Because if you've noticed, it's pretty damn expensive to go to these games now. So you want to see some cool crap.
You want to see good stuff. Juice them up. Who cares?
Juice them up.
Cybernetic devices on their arms. Whatever.
And some,
Cyberdyne.
Yeah, some comedian made a great observation. Could you imagine taking drugs out of rock and roll? What kind of crap we'd be listening to.
Yeah.
So why not let the pro athletes do the same thing?
Not only that, have you ever played, you remember in your 20s after, you're out of high school and, hey, I'll play touch football.
Yeah.
And it's like you play and for 3 days, you're like, you can barely even walk. These guys are like 38, 39 years old.
Some of these guys are playing into, 40.
Yeah, but
Come on.
What I'm finding fun, though, is what each city's doing when Barry Bonds comes to town. And I'm proud of the people that were wearing the blindfolds at Shea Stadium. Beat that one. And they had the blow-up syringes.
The big syringe
I'm trying to remember what other stuff.
Where you get that, I have no idea.
Calling them Baroid, which is a little hacky, but...
Baroid.
But there was a lot of signs in the stadium, in the stands, whatever. So let's see what Philly comes up with. Beat the blindfolds.
Oh boy, sniper rifles.
Yeah, I think they're going to kick our ass. To be honest with you, Philly knows what they're doing when it comes to sporting events. Let's say hi to Mike in Jersey. Mikey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
love the show.
Yeah,
I just want to say I can't believe K-Rock, what they've done. I'm happy they let you guys on, but I turned the radio on yesterday in the last 2 days, and it's just music. There's, no update on anything.
What update do you need? They changed formats. They went back to K-Rock, which was pretty damn successful, and a lot of people seem excited that they're playing music again.
Here in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like they kind of caved in after the whole JV and Elvis thing.
Yeah. Well, we'll have more to say about that soon, I think.
People have their opinions.
June 16th. All right, Mike, thank you. June what?
16th.
I guess.
Is our big show at Jones Beach.
Yeah, thank
That's
you, Bill.
what Bill was bringing up.
June 16th is a Saturday. Very good, Bill. We should promote the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. Yes, June 16th, Jones Beach.
Yes.
8 or 9 comedians that you know and love from the radio show. Bill Burr taking the year off.
Yes.
Bill Burr has decided
to take a year off.
You better be back next year, though.
I'll be back next year.
All right. Bill just decided to take the year off.
I think I did my tour duty last year.
You certainly did.
Man, did you?
Trying to focus in other areas of my career. I'm trying to put. I'm going to be putting out a DVD later on. This summer, so I have to be doing an hour every night. That's the line I'm using.
You know
Is that the line you're using?
Yeah. Someone out there has really good footage of your performance in Philly, and that should be on a DVD because the hits online for that thing is still just crazy.
Huge.
Yeah, but we're excited about the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour at the O&A Village, the tailgating. It's an all-day event. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com. I think they're running some kind of special right now for mezzanine tickets.
Oh, yeah?
Is that still going on? Maybe I should have had the info in front of us, but I don't know. Why would we? Call up Ticketmaster and find out for yourself, I guess, because that's how we do things. We make you do all the heavy lifting.
What the hell were we talking about now before the break? I said let's not forget.
Go to Virus Tour, one word, on MySpace to get all the info about our comedy tour, okay? Hey, what's the latest deal on the tickets thing? Can you find out? And we'll pass it along to the people. Thank you. Family stories.
Oh, it was, the woman was having so many kids.
The more I hang out with Bill Burr, I feel like we have a lot of similarities in our backgrounds.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm one of 5 boys as well, Bill.
I didn't realize that.
And a couple sisters, and then other people that became sisters for a few years, and then all of a sudden they just left, and we never saw them again. And then
I got 4 brothers and a sister.
You have 4 brothers and a sister?
Uh-huh.
So you have... All right, very good.
It doesn't seem like you had that hostile dad thing going on.
Well, I had crazy mom though, which is kind of
crazy. Someone's gonna freak out when there's that many kids. I mean, I don't like. I was confused when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I
completely understand.
My dad's a saint.
Yeah.
At this point. But yeah, you just got to come home and just, shut up! That's what you got to do, all 5 of us. I swear to my mother, she would just send us outside. I mean, I would do the same thing, too, but that was back then where they weren't scaring you about pedophiles.
Right, and people could steal you. You know, they're going to drive up and throw you in their car and drive away. You just got chased out of the house.
Dude, I used to get up every morning and go do my paper route. Adding up the I was asking for it, and nothing ever happened. So I don't know. The world is as dangerous as they just.
You know how hot you dressed for a pedophile back?
A calendar,
right? You're just thinking it's summer, and this is short shorts are in, and
you have your little bell-bottom pants. Bell bottoms.
You were dressed so sexy for a pedophile.
I was after bell-bottoms.
You were after bell-bottoms.
Yeah.
Dude, my parents would invent stuff for us to do just to keep us out of my mom's hair. My dad would My dad would tell us there's a yellow jacket's nest that needs to be taken care of, and as little kids we would get sticks and weapons and go after yellow jackets.
Lord of the Flies mission.
No, I'm not even kidding. He would just come up with stuff to get us out of the house. We used to have to find sand pits so my dad can make more cement to cement more stuff around the house. We had paths that led to nowhere. The only reason was to keep us busy. I'm like, Dad, but this cement path is leading to nowhere. Don't worry about it. Just keep finding me sand.
We'll
from the sand pit.
Finish it some other day.
Right.
It's going to go somewhere.
It was a path that just led into the woods to nowhere. It's like, why are we doing this? And then we got older and we understood why.
Busy, well, you were on a chain gang.
Well,
you grew up on a chain gang.
My brother, if he would call, he said we didn't have bedrooms, we had barracks. We had double bunk beds in one room. We had 5 boys in one room growing up. And we had chores. We had things to do.
Chores.
And all of a sudden, they ran out of stuff to do, so then our backyard, where we used to play wiffle ball and soccer and everything you would do as a kid, we had a nice-sized backyard. They decided that it needs to be a farm.
What?
You know how most families might grow a little row of tomatoes just to see what happens, or maybe, something else, carrots.
Yeah, you have a backyard garden.
My dad decided maybe it would keep us busy all summer and maybe save a few bucks. The whole
What do you grow
yard.
wheat? You had a big field of wheat.
Dude,
Yeah.
we attempted to like grow corn and tomatoes and
Did you wear shoes when
cucumbers.
you went to school? You like the kid with just overalls and no undershirt?
No,
bare feet.
But then my dad bought
his books. He's got a belt tied around it.
Yeah, slung over his shoulder.
My dad bought my little brother's brand new bicycles, and my little brothers, and they're young, were very suspicious. They're like, all right, why the new bikes? Instead of like, hey, this is cool, you know, I got a new bike. No, in our house, it's like, all right, why the new bikes? What's going on? There's an ulterior motive here, and there was. My dad decided if you got 2 bikes and a long piece of wood, you could really work over the farmland.
What? How?
We made makeshift tractors.
With bicycles?
Yes, brand new bikes.
What are you dragging like plows with?
Dragging like big 2x4s or 4x8s, and that would like kind of level off the ground a little bit.
With bicycles.
With bicycles.
Wow,
Yeah,
you definitely had an abuse case.
Yeah, we didn't do any of that. They would just send us to go outside and play, and eventually someone needed stitches.
Yeah, there was no supervision.
Oh, we didn't get stitches.
And my
That
dad,
was too expensive.
you know, being a dentist, you know, he would sew us up like in between periods at a hockey game, and they just send you right back out. I remember this story I got right here. My dad, he finally had a day off. My brother threw me off the porch. We had one of those old-fashioned swings, right? My brother was being an a-hole, so as he was coming down, I took this broom handle and I jammed it right in his stomach, and I was holding him there for a second. So the plan was to let go and run, because I knew I could outrun him, but he had the momentum of the swing coming down.
Yeah.
Right as I was at the top stair, he just gave me that little push, just head first like a lawn dart, right into those little slate plates.
Oh, yeah.
Slammed into that.
Nice, just blood everywhere.
My dad, for Christ's sake, I don't need this. And he just drove us. That's always good. Your dad pissed at you as he stitches your head up.
You're all bloody. With your father stitching up. What year is this? Jesus.
Oh, yeah, no. We did.
No hospital, no.
I got hit by a car one time, and I
come on.
They refused the ambulance, and they took me to a hospital in a taxi cab. I was racing my older brother home, and he could always beat me. We lived on the other side of a busy street, and I swear to God, I looked, and there was nobody. I guess I waited another crucial few seconds, and I just rode right out in front of this guy in a Jeep. I wish I had it on video, because I don't know how I didn't get squashed.
That would be a great YouTube video, by the way.
All I remember is being upside down, feeling the heat of the engine, and like seeing like the white bumper, and then I woke up like literally probably 3 seconds later, like laying across the double yellow line. So I immediately get up, and the biggest dude ever gets out of the Jeep, and he's just crying, going, "Oh my God, I hit him! I can't believe I hit him!" Dude, my bike was mangled. Like I don't know.
You're
how.
lucky to be alive.
Yeah. Sometimes, like for a few years after that, I'd be like, "Am I dead?" And I'm just kind of dreaming.
Yeah.
Oh. But then
You must have
they
freaked
gave me
out.
like an ice pack. And then the ambulance showed up, and my mother was, they don't know what they're doing at that hospital, because they were in the medical field. Like, I guess there's good hospitals and bad hospitals, like good comedian, bad comedian.
We'll take you to the good one.
They're a bunch of hacks. We got to take you in town. So they called a cab. And my mother just kept going, "Don't fall asleep," because I had a
right.
We all heard that as a kid. Don't fall asleep. Stay awake.
Did you know when things happen, especially very fast like that, you're amazed that your mind can actually wrap around what is going on? Were you, while you felt the heat of the motor and saw that, were you going, "Oh my God, I'm being hit by a car right now"?
No,
you weren't.
It was like it just screech of the wheels, and I just did like the. The lifting one leg off of a pedal, like
that's going to help
it. Yeah. I think I don't remember.
I just brace for the impact.
Yeah. There are times where I've been in car wrecks where as it's happening, and it happens so fast, but you're like, "Oh boy, there's no getting out of this one. I'm actually hitting this car, and this car's coming out of this intersection, and oh boy, I'm going to try some moves here,
right.
But I know it's futile. I'm just getting T-boned right here." And it happens so fast, but you're amazed. It's like, wow, how did my mind like go through this dialogue with me.
Well, I was in second grade, so I didn't have a lot of information. I was just like,
okay.
It's going to hurt worse than getting beat up by my older brother. He must have hit the back of because the bike was mangled, so he must have just clipped the back. It was the 70s, so I had the banana seat. I had
high handlebars,
baseball cards in the spokes.
Did you have a sissy bar?
No, I didn't have any of that. But that all the time, like that stuff, like the amount of times all of us should have like died. Like I remember one time we were climbing this tree and it like split off. It like 40 feet in the air, or probably 20 feet in the air, and you had to swing across this dead branch to get to the other side. So my brother Ed wouldn't do it. So me and my older brother go, look, it's strong enough to hold both of us. So we're hanging on the thing, right? So we go, come on, Ed, do it. And he goes, all right, hang on it one more time. So in my brain, I go, I want to be on the inside in case this thing breaks. And my brother weighed more, and he went on the outside, and we started yanking. This thing broke. I somehow landed on my hands and knees. My brother, he landed on, his face, right?
How many feet down?
I don't know. It was
the goddamn Burr family. It's a goddamn Burr family again.
Right.
15, 20 feet in the air, and he's literally laying on the ground. I remember, and we were so young, we didn't realize how messed up it was. He was laying on the ground. Half his face was in the ground, and one of his eyes was rolled up. He's like, he's muttering. And we just started laughing, thinking he was screwing around, and then just started playing on the tree, back on the tree, right? So fortunately,
too young and stupid to realize he's hurt.
Fortunately, literally 2 minutes later, it was like someone's looking out for us. My dad pulls in, and he gets out of the car. He's, hey, what's up? He goes, hey, Chris, what's Bob doing laying in the dirt over there? We're like, oh, he fell out of the tree. He goes, Christ, he's unconscious. And then he goes, Linda! He just screams. And once again, didn't take him to the hospital. They just asked him his name, what his birthday was. He didn't go to school the next day. That was the big thing.
Look at my finger. Move it around. Yeah. Make sure his eyes move.
Yeah, I remember when I got hit by a car, I got hit on a Wednesday because I remember the doctor said don't go. He doesn't have to go to school for the rest of the week, and I was so psyched that I didn't have to fake it.
Yeah.
And
but you were bummed it didn't happen on a Monday, so you had the whole week off.
Do you remember anything else about any talks with the guy that hit you, or did your father?
I just remember him going I'll buy you a new bike. He's just saying
it's totally your fault, you little douche.
Yeah,
I mean, he must have he must have had nightmares.
Oh God, I bet
it was like something out of The Omen. You know, when just something horrific happens to a child.
Honey, it's probably, honey, I hit a child on the way home today.
Imagine the guys listening to the show right now,
that was me. Bill Burr.
That's Bill Burr.
Bill, I ran you over.
Hey, everyone wants to know what town you grew up in Boston. People are asking on the instant feedback.
I grew up in Canton.
There you go. Very good. All right, we got to take a break.
Wow.
Bill, that's on Washington Street, just
the goddamn
down the street from Kroll's.
The goddamn Burr family. Yeah. Sounds like a treat to have on your block, man.
Well, we're just doing stuff to each other, that's all.
All right, here's the deal for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. 8 or 9 comedians you know and love from the show. The O&A Village, which will have tons of stuff going on. And then it starts with the tailgating hours before that. It's an all-day event. Right now, we got 4 mezzanine tickets for $69. That's the deal they're running right now through Ticketmaster.com.
Ooh.
So get those tickets, okay?
Right.
All right, Chris Angel here?
I think so.
All right, Chris Angel will be on the show next.
Appear?
Yeah.
A little smoke and he's there.
Yeah, then I'll believe in magic.
It's glad you said that.
It's illusion. It's illusion.
Don't make us get into the whole Kreskin thing. One of our favorite things we've ever done on the show. Maybe we'll talk about that again next. It's one of our favorite things to talk about. What a hack he really is.
You ever see the, what was that, Uri Geller? Was that his name?
Yeah, with the bending of the spoon.
They got something on YouTube about that, where he's on the Tonight Show, and he was supposed to prove on the Tonight Show that he could bend these spoons and make metal objects move and move them without touching them.
Yeah.
So he wanted it all set up a certain way, and Johnny Carson at the time, who was hosting the Tonight Show, said, we're going to set it up, okay, the way you want it. And then I think they bamboozled them. They pulled the old switcheroo and goes, we set this up the way, we wanted to. Here's a table, metal objects, go. And he's like trying to do it, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not feeling the energy tonight." Totally called him out, made him look like an idiot.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Because that's what magic does. It just frustrates you because you know.
Yeah, it's got to be something. It isn't magic. Even the magicians know it's not real magic. But they just know something you don't.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you see a magician doing some horrific road gig, it's like, wouldn't you just like walk through a bank door and just take your money and?
I'm an honest magician.
Yeah, because that's what I would use that power for.
Yeah,
just
with
walking
this power
through doors.
Comes a responsibility.
Yeah, I got this power, and I'm going to use it to show you a card trick. Oh, great!
I'm going to do tricks in the park, right? Instead of swooping into a bank vault.
Right.
Taking out millions and just retiring.
Right.
Or doing that zap thing where you make girls' panties come flying off.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I'm holding here? Panties. They're your panties. No, I just had them on. Oh, my God.
That's a whole new X-rated magician. The sex offender hypnotist.
All right, we got to take a break. Chris Angel next. Don't forget about the 4 mezzanine tickets for $69 for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. Go to Ticketmaster.com. It's Opie, Anthony, Bill Burr. Check out the Opie and Anthony show. Chris Angel has entered the studio with a film crew and everything. Bill Burr in studio as well.
It's time.
And right off the bat, you insulted Bill Burr, by the way, Chris. Chris Angel's like, hey, where's Jim Norton? He's a real funny guy, man.
How are you, Bill? I'm sorry about that,
He's
dude.
a comedian, too.
What the hell do I know?
Man.
I haven't even. I just got off the plane. I don't even know what the hell where I'm at, what's going on. I just know I'm doing this show.
No, it's all right.
Hey, by the way, we're big fans of Chris Angel. David Blaine is a hack.
Who?
Exactly. Thank you. Why did they allow him to continue doing these dumb stunts that go nowhere? Let's get into it. Come on, Chris.
No, you know what?
Let's go.
The world's a big place. I wish him and everybody else only the best. But, it's just a weird.
We'll talk over a beer after the show.
I'll answer one question about that. But it's just weird because, like, in I think it was 2002, I spent 24 hours underwater, submerged in a water torture cell for 24 hours. I was in 10 pounds of shackles, leg irons, the whole thing. The first hour I remained upside down, the remaining 23 hours right side up. Escaped live on Good Morning America. Successful on Broadway and 43rd, on the cover of the Daily News. And, well, I think he just did something that wasn't so successful.
What, the orb thing?
In water. It was like, dude,
I was like, what? He's in a big, goldfish bowl for what? It was 2 days, 3 days?
It was a long time. The thing is that I did it already, and it's just weird why.
And you did it more spectacular.
Whatever. He's a good guy. I wish him the best.
Now, your show freaks me out.
Thanks, man.
It really does.
Yeah. You have to see the new show. This is like the 70th episode I just got done shooting. It premieres Tuesday, June 5th, 10 p.m., 9 Central. And I'm not hyping you. This is by far my best work. 12 years ago, I went to Las Vegas. I'm just going to tell you a quick story. 12 years ago, I first went to Las Vegas. I had no money. I rented a car for like $36 or $39, driving down Las Vegas Boulevard. Looked to my left, saw this pyramid called the Luxor. It emanated the brightest light, which was 42.2 billion candle power, the brightest light man has ever made, the brightest light that...
and you can see it from outer space.
Outer space, yeah.
You can see it from the space shuttle.
Yeah, 800 degrees. And I thought, wouldn't it be crazy if I was able to float in that light more than 500 feet above Las Vegas Boulevard, and the public shoot it any way they want from other hotels, the ground. It took me 12 years to figure out how to do it, and... Tuesday night, people will see the craziest thing ever.
You're going to levitate
above the Luxor.
Above the Luxor in that beam of light.
Yeah, and the public is going to shoot it because I can't. People watch the show and they're like, oh, it's you can curse on the show, right?
Nah.
Oh, not this one.
I'm just joking. I was going to say what they say, but I'll edit
I'll just
it.
say
No, they just like it's effing like trick photography. He's on the set of Spider-Man or whatever. You can't fake this. I mean, people have no control of the cameras, no control of the public. They're in other hotels, they're on the ground, they're 360 degrees around, they're shooting it, and we actually take the footage that they shoot and put it on the show.
So you're saying you have special powers that we don't have?
No, I just
know how to levitate.
I'm just
Are you going to do anything else with the power to levitate? Like we were saying, like Could you somehow like rob a bank? You wouldn't have to like put yourself into that kind of jeopardy. Just
for what? What's the point, right?
I don't know, to get some easier cash.
Yeah. I think he's just gonna like one day just go, oh, by the way, I'm Jesus.
Yeah,
I came back and I just figured it'd be kind of a lark to do some things that freak people out first. And now I'm Jesus.
Yeah, because as soon as you admit you're Jesus, then they're not going to care about your magic anymore.
Right. Then they'll just be fixated on the fact that you're Jesus.
Yeah, this is his hobby.
Yeah,
he wants people to know that he does more than the Jesus thing.
Because that's the only way I can figure you can levitate yourself 800 feet in the air.
Either that or Diablo.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I'd rather be called Jesus than the devil anyway. So, but it's kind of funny. People freak out. And matter of fact, when I did Oprah in the commercial, when she saw me doing like the walking on the water, she's like, "You took Jesus' job," She's like,
yeah,
she's bugging out. It's like really funny.
Well, that's true. That's why your show freaks me out. It's like, does anybody ever tell you your show angers them? Because I'll watch it and go, "Come on, how is he doing that?" There's no visible means of you doing something, and everyone tries to, everyone's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Look and go, come on.
I'm a huge fan of illusion and magic, but I want to know how it's done, and that's what's fun for me is when I finally figure it out.
You figure him out?
Well, not his stuff. No, I don't figure out his stuff.
Did I send you? Did you get a book? My book, because I teach you how to do 40 mind freaks in my book. It just came out.
Oh,
so we'll get you some.
That.
I know what it is.
The life of the party.
It's the stuff he doesn't feel like doing anymore. It's like, all right, I'll give you the
No, you know what it is? It's the hacky magician how to saw somebody in half, pouring the milk into the newspaper. This will get you some chicks. How about the levitate above the Lux? That's the next book.
I'm not ready to tell you that one yet.
No, but I think everybody should know one good trick, like one good joke.
Oh yeah,
especially if you see a chick and you're like, you want to break the ice. Great joke, right? Make them laugh or mystify them. One or the other will win you over, I think.
You have one good trick, and then Chris comes by and makes you look like a dork.
Yeah.
Just like a rock star. Yeah. You look like a karaoke guy compared to like a great singer.
No, it's all good. It's just doing this stuff and people connecting to it, on TV. And if they think it's trick photography or CGI, then they could come see it live, because I just signed a deal at the Luxor with Cirque du Soleil and the Luxor for 10 years, 4,600 shows, which I start summer of 08. Wow. And I'll be there for 10 years, man, doing it every night. So people could see the stuff inches away from themselves. It is what it is, and people, when they watch it, they can come see it live.
Well, I got the book here, and tell me about the trick. I got your nose. Is that, now I see the diagram. You're supposed to put your thumb between the.
You want to hear something funny?
How about the separating finger?
Opie, how did you do that?
Whoa!
He's magic.
You're saying got your nose. It's so funny because a good friend of mine, the amazing Jonathan, is in Las Vegas.
Hysterical,
right?
Yeah.
So he does my show frequently, and he always tries to kill me. It's like a cartoon back and forth. But anyway, so he does the show, and he's like, "Let's go do some street magic." And he's like, "You ever see the one got your nose?" And he goes up to some little kid, and he like rips off his nose, literally like rips off. The kid's sitting there, it's bleeding. It's absolutely hysterical. And he's like, "Got your nose," and the kid comes over, he's like, "Hey, fat man." And I'm like, "Did you hear what he called you?" He called me fat man. He's like, "No, he called me Batman." And then he like rips off the kid's nose. He like runs away crying. It's really funny.
Hey, when you pitched your show to the initial thing, like, how was your pitch? Did you just go in and start doing magic and freaking out the executives?
No, I had 2 other specials on previous, and they did really well on the different networks. I had them on, and then they came to me, and then I had a little bidding war between them and another station, and I went with A&E because I just believed that they really believed in my vision. They were going to support me, and they allowed me the creative control I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Now I've done 70 episodes, which is insane in like about 2 years, which is more magic on television than anybody else in the history of television in the U.S. prime time. So my team is great, and we're kicking ass. It's really connecting to people, and I just thank everybody who's listening or watching, for that matter, for all the support, because without them I wouldn't have a gig.
I love the show. When obviously, speaking real here, a lot of illusion going on. There's a lot. I can't see what's going on, but I find it hard to believe you're actually magic. So there's like, whatever you want to say. But there is something I've seen that I cannot think is an illusion. The hooks in your back.
Right.
And then you got lifted up by a helicopter.
That was insane.
There are actually hooks in your back.
Yeah, I hung by 4 fish hooks from my flesh from a helicopter more than 1,000 feet above the Valley of Fire. I did that in the first season, and it was the most beautiful and painful experience all at the same time. It was like a religious experience.
Yeah, how do you go, hey, look at this view, it's wonderful. Yeah. I got fish hooks in my back.
How do you do the ta-da with that kind of pain?
It was insane, but the thing about that is a lot of what I do is completely pure illusion, and a lot of it's real. And what I try to do is to put it out there and blur that line between both and allow spectators to fight amongst themselves. Like, I almost died this season. As a matter of fact, Tuesday night, you'll see it. Dog, the bounty hunter, tied me up with rope to a chair, threw me in water, and I held my breath for like 4 minutes and 20 seconds. But it was the first time I failed. I didn't get out. I almost drowned. It was crazy. Wow. It's just insane, yeah. So that was definitely not fake,
Right.
That, so that's what I try to do is mix it up.
Well, that's good, mixing it up, because then it keeps the people confused.
Exactly.
It's like, what the hell is this? Is this real or illusion or you do a great job. Another thing I love with this show is the family's concern. Always gets me. No matter what he does, his family's got to come out and go, well, we're really worried about this one. Meanwhile, last week he did something that was just ridiculously dangerous and horrific, and they were worried. And this one is like, no, this one now I'm really, really worried about him.
Well, the truth of the matter is my mom, believe it or not to take it on a serious note, but my mom just had heart surgery. And
I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. She attributes it to me. Jeez. So now I just went and bought her like a brand new car. Right, try to make it up. And she's like, you can't make it up by materialistic things, So now I'm taking her to a bazaar tonight in Long Island. My church, yeah. St. Paul's, has this bazaar. I'm going there with my mom tonight, the Greek Orthodox Church, to eat savlaiki and everything. So hopefully I make amends with my mother.
Don't let her watch the show anymore or be there when you do these things.
Yeah, I did a thing just recently. I brought my mom out to Vegas, and I was like, I try to think of different things, interesting things. So I was like, wouldn't it be really interesting if I could be in like a bull ring and have the craziest fighting Mexican bulls go after me, and I'm sitting there with the biggest red cloth that you can imagine, and then as soon as the bull like goes to hit me, I just vanish. Screw with the bull. And so my mom was there watching it.
Oh, man.
She's literally freaking out. She's like, I can't watch it. So she sat in the RV and watched it from a distance. But she's my mom. My family's great.
You want to hold on. I got an observation, though, man. You're a sick son. Why don't you tell your mom how this stuff is done so she can relax?
I do tell her some of the stuff, how it's done, but it's still, like, honestly, it's still dangerous.
I understand the danger part, but
how I'm going to float in the Luxor's light,
right.
But I could still be burned or, like, plummet to my death. I mean, it's never been done before. So it's like, these are all theories. Me going in a cement block Monday morning here in Times Square.
Yeah, I heard about this one.
Is like, I'm going to be, 7:30 in the morning, I go in this cube, which is less than 4 feet in diameter. It's going to be raised up about 4 to 5 stories above Times Square. Everybody's invited. It's free. It's going to last 24 hours. And the public is actually going to fill it up with 6,000 pounds of cement. I'm going to have a camera in there with me, and I'm going to have 24 hours. This is not a trick. This is like what Houdini did. When Houdini hung upside down in a straitjacket, he didn't, like, cover it up, like the technique of how he got out. He showed it, but it was something that people couldn't do anyway. So I'm going to show step by step how I'm going to attempt to get out of this thing in less than 24 hours. People can watch it. It's no trick. I don't even know if I can do it. I've never practiced it.
How do you, you obviously don't have any sort of claustrophobia? Did you ever have any?
I have no fears. That's the problem. I don't have any fear of death, so if you don't fear death, there's nothing to fear. But, no, I kind of, this is how it happened. My father had cancer, was giving 3 weeks to live. He lived for more than 3 years. It was an amazing man. He believed that his body was a slave to his mind. My dad died literally in my arms in our house, and right then and there, I just said, you know what, I'm going to confront all my fears because of my dad, like how he was. And I always used to pass out when I used to go to the doctor. He used to take blood, pass out, like just boom, like a fly, just Django. So I went and I was like, I'm going to hang from fish hooks. I saw it on TV. I'm just going to hang from fish hooks just to overcome my fear of needles.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Yeah, it's a huge step there. Yeah, so that's what I did, and I just started doing that. and just confronted all these different fears. Now people watch the show, and I think that's why it's been so successful, is that people watch the show and they see me do these different things, and then they confront their own fear. Like, they connect to what I'm doing, and it empowers them, which is the most flattering thing an artist can get, is somebody coming up to say, man, I couldn't go on an elevator or get in a plane, but watching your show allowed me to get help. Or so. It's like, you know, that blows me away.
They walk away and you just see dripping blood from the fish hooks in their back. I took your advice.
No, I wouldn't recommend that. That was painful.
Definitely not.
So compare riding in an elevator to being in a cube.
Full of cement. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I got a fear of flying. So what do you suggest? Fish hooks.
I can actually get you over
buried alive.
Over some of your fears. But the cube is going to be great because the public fills it up with 6,000 pounds of cement. I have a camera in there. I have 24 hours to get out. I never practiced it, never even saw it, don't know what's going to happen. That's what gets me off. And so the public's going to come there, and at the 24th hour, it's going to plummet, crash to the ground, whether I'm in it or not. And what should happen is I should break through one of the walls, and I'm going to drop a rope, like a mountain climbing rope, out and kind of slide down that if I can do it.
Bare-chested, of course.
No. Depends on the weather. It's been hot here, isn't it?
Chris could get you over the fear of flying. He does it actually from outside the plane, on the wing, and talks you through it.
Talks you through like it's all right.
From 35,000 feet.
The old Twilight Zone.
Yeah. He's sitting on the plane looking over.
Speaking of cement, you've seen the video of the guy that died, right? Being buried alive.
Oh, man, yeah.
And they had the backhoes and they couldn't get to him in time. Yeah. You see the whole thing collapse.
Yeah, you saw a big air bubble come out.
What was that again? He was in a coffin and then they covered it up in cement or something like that?
In the second season of Mind Freak, I actually recreated that, did that legitimately.
One of the creepiest videos.
Rob Zombie hosted it, and I actually had that footage to show. His name was Joe, the Amazing Joe. Guy went into a plexiglass coffin. They poured cement on it. He didn't really engineer the thing.
It wasn't structurally sound.
No,
it was
he
just
built it in his garage.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And the cement just crushed it instantly. He got crushed and probably suffocated, and they couldn't get to him in time. And
panic in the video of them trying to get him out.
Yeah, it was really a few people actually died trying to do that. Houdini always wanted to be buried alive, and said the weight of the world was too great. He never got to try it, and I did it. I thought I was going to get out, and
so you got to kind of zigzag and serpentine your way up through the dirt.
Yep.
In order to get out.
Get air, basically, you're looking for air pockets. You have to sometimes go back to get air to go back up.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'll stick a car trip.
It's obviously pitch black. Your eyes closed.
You can't see anything. You just feel, and you kind of, it's...
Like
so what did you do? You start with, bury me under a foot of dirt, so I can sit up if I freak out. You know what I mean? And then you work your way up to 6 feet. Right, 6 feet under?
Yeah, basically it was 6 feet was, actually it wasn't, it was a little less than 6 feet because the bottom of the coffin was at 6 feet. That's where they bury people. Right. And then you figure that the coffin height was another 18 inches. But, sometimes I like prototype things, but other times like the Luxor, when I float in the Luxor light, it's not something you could practice. I mean, go up there and then people are going to shoot it with the video cameras and then it's going to be revealed and on the internet instantaneously. Right. So I couldn't practice that. The same thing with the cement block. I honestly don't know what the outcome's going to be. I could die. I could be very embarrassed. I could be successful. I really don't know. I just know one or two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to get out under my own will, or they're going to have to pull me out in the body bag. Because I'm not like...
so it's concrete. What do you got, a hammer and chisel? Can you give us any sort
I'm not going to have any... I'm not going to have anything on me. I'm going to be... The New York City Police Department is going to check me out before I go in it. I don't know what kind of search they're going to do, but hopefully involves keeping my clothing on. They're going to put me in there, and I'm going to use any means possible. I mean, I'm very methodical, and I'm very devious in what I think I'm going to do and what my plan is in my head. But at the end of the day, it's a theory, and I don't know if it's going to work. It's not proven.
Wow. We got Karen on
dangerous
from Staten Island. Karen, what's up? You're on with Chris Angel.
Hey, Karen.
Go ahead, Karen.
Tell you that my son and I watch your show every time it's on, and he fights me to stay up to watch it, so he'll do certain things so he could stay up later and watch it, and we're just amazed by what we do, and we love you to death.
Well, I really want to thank you for watching the show and for your support, because as I've said many times, without you guys, I really wouldn't have a job, so thank you very much. And I promise you, if you watch this Tuesday at 10 o'clock on A&E, it's my best work ever. I'm so proud of it.
What kind of magic? Oh, sorry. What kind of magic were you doing before you had a budget? Like when you were just a guy on the street, deck of cards and like a rabbit or something?
Hanging myself from fish hooks, staying underwater. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, he always was a little...
Yes, hanging upside down and escaping straitjackets. And, I always try to push the envelope. And it was actually, in some ways, it was even more dangerous back then because I didn't have the team that I have, And it's kind of funny because when I first started out, I remember my first season, I was out there and I'm like risking my life doing something, and like I'm struggling to get 12 people to watch it. Television. Now I eat an apple and 200 people are watching. I'm like, there's something really weird here, but it's been an amazing ride,
So
go ahead, Bill.
The second you got into it, you were just like, all right, I can't do the tricks other people are doing. They're just like...
I just always thought magic was cheesy. I mean, shoving a girl in leotards in a box, it's not very provocative of popular culture. It's kind of cheesy, and that's why magic, in my opinion, never garnered the respect that, like, say, the cinema or musicians, have. And I just wanted to do it in a more provocative way. I mean, when Houdini did it, it was really cool because, he'd hang upside down his straitjacket. People would watch that, and it wasn't about the escape. It was about people connecting to it. So when they saw Houdini, they saw this guy get out, but they saw themselves maybe escaping poverty. And that connection is what I'm interested in. That's the truest form of magic, that emotional connection. And that's what I really try to have with my public.
Magic went so many years of just being that kind of hacky, old school, not updated. And guys like you kind of brought it into... the future, the time it is now, because
definitely.
It was just for so long. Oh, here's the hat and the wand. It's
the magic wand was like the sport coat for the comedian. Like, what's up with that?
Exactly. You watch any movies like The Prestige or anything like that?
I have it on DVD. I haven't had the chance to watch it because I've just been between the book, the series, and I signed a movie deal, so I'm working on it. Yeah.
The Illusionist was really cool.
Yeah, the Illusionist, I did see that.
That is an
and it
amazing
was it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because people kept on saying to me, oh, The Illusionist is not as good as The Prestige, but I actually thought it was quite good.
I haven't seen The Prestige.
The Prestige is really good,
Right,
that's supposed to be even
watch
better.
The Prestige.
Yeah.
Listen, Tom poked his head in. We're running late. We got to take a break here.
All right.
Why don't we give the big plug? So Times Square, when? Monday?
Monday morning, 7:30, Times Square. Everybody's invited. It's going to be, it's basically a party. There's going to be music, guests. It's going to be 24 hours. Everybody's invited to stay the entire 24 hours, see something they've never seen before, and help bring in the premiere of my new season of Mind Freak, which will happen, if you can't make it, Tuesday night, 10 p.m. on A&E. Every Tuesday my show is, but this Tuesday is a very special 1 hour.
Yeah, I like how you have the rock angle.
Thanks, man.
He brings the rock angle into everything, too, so it's cool. Chris Angel, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. You guys have been proponents of mine forever, and I really appreciate you guys are good guys, and I wish you continued success. I love the new studio, by the way.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
so do we. Kind of getting used to it.
I like it. It's Opie and Anthony. Just another day in New York City, huh, Anthony?
There's always something happening.
Got the local news on. We got a man attempting to jump off the George Washington Bridge here in New York City. You want to explain the George Washington Bridge for the rest of America?
Well, especially at this hour of the morning, a very important roadway, very important bridge that brings people from Jersey over to Manhattan. And it's closed now.
It's closed both directions.
Close both directions.
A lot of people are going to be very late for work today.
Some gentleman is now climbing up. On a suspension bridge, they got those giant cables, and then they hold the cables that hold up the actual roadway. He's climbing up those giant ones.
What the hell did he just pull out?
Did he just slit his wrist?
It looked like he's trying to slit his wrist. Is he trying to slit his wrist, and is he bleeding?
Yeah, why doesn't he pick a way to
He's ready to go. Oh, no.
My God.
Fox won't show it, though. Fox will cut it off if he jumps. He's ready to go. Yeah. I think this guy's jumping.
I think we got a real...
Holy mackerel. Don't go to the road.
What? Who cares about the traffic? Do the traffic report later.
Back on.
Back to the guy. This is why you're the news.
The news will always...
what happened? Why did they go to the traffic? Did he jump?
Oh, they just went to commercial.
They went to commercial?
He went. You think he went?
Did he jump?
Wait, I can't hear you. Go ahead, E-Rock.
I'm monitoring Fox News. They just said, all right, well, we got to take a break. We'll be monitoring this situation.
Oh, he must have jumped.
And he went to break.
I bet he jumped and they punched out. They went to, because they're on delay. They're on delay whenever they have those situations, like a car chase with a shooting.
How great is it that your life isn't important for them to blow off commercials?
Yeah. There it is. Commercial for Citibank.
Yeah, we need a commercial at this moment in time. Oh, God, I love the news.
Ginsu.
Right.
I bet he jumped.
You think? It looked like he slit his wrist or something.
Yeah. Breaking news. Let's see.
Breaking
Fox,
news. What the hell? Go back to...
Oh,
everyone's panicking here.
I'm getting some inside information that we might have some inside information if he does jump.
Really?
We'll know.
We'll know before anyone else?
Yeah, we'll be your news leaders.
Except for the people that are in the front row of
the people that are
waiting. That's got a front row seat.
Yeah, you know New Yorkers and people from Jersey, they'll probably just see it splatter on the street and go, thank God, can you open this bridge?
Did you have to close both sides?
Close it down and... Yeah, look at the people that are front row.
Right.
Well, those are good seats. It's like a drive-in movie.
Why aren't they showing the guy anymore?
Yeah, where is he?
Where is he?
Is that him up on that little dot?
This is why you're the news. Show the guy.
The news wants to have this fake morality.
Right.
And fake, like they think if they don't show it, they're being good. They're not sensationalizing. Yet every piece of news is sensationalized. They gotta just...
They're just showing the backup of the traffic. Wow, that's why we're watching you. That's why we're watching. We're talking to the people that are stuck in traffic right now. They know they're stuck in traffic. You don't have to show how bad the traffic is. We want to see the guy and what's going on with him.
That's the part of the story.
They're just showing traffic.
Now they're panning
Now
some
they're
lovely
showing the Lincoln
suburbs.
Tunnel because that's another way to get into Manhattan. And obviously there's going to be massive backups there because other people are going to be taking that route instead of the George Washington Bridge because that's closed down.
Oh, my God.
We understand all that.
Look how backed up that is. I would... Well, I was going to say I'd kill the guy, but...
Well, the news, once again, just useless. Are you listening to their audio? What are they saying, E-Rock?
Nothing right now. Exactly what you guys are saying. It's like, check out the traffic in New Jersey.
And now they go to Money Matters. Well, great. You guys are just terrific.
This is the story people would watch.
Of course.
This is what people want to see. All right, they're zooming back.
They're zooming back in. Let's see what happens now. Come on. They did zoom into the guy, and it was an extreme zoom, and it looked like he took something out of his pocket, and it looked like, we don't know, that he slit his wrist or something.
Danny, you got any more info?
Danny? You got intel?
I was just rewatching the Fox News footage, and it did look like he definitely pulled something out and made a motion across his arm, but they did not cut away abruptly, so I don't think he jumped at the time that they went to commercial.
Yeah.
They did not go...
Well, they're not showing the guy.
They're waving to him.
They're showing commuters that are out of their cars just waving. Oh, the news just stinks.
Where's the guy? Why aren't they showing the guy?
Do we have anyone on scene that happens to be listening to the show? Give us a call, please. 877-212-5762.
They could not have a further shot of this bridge.
No.
It's like from the Hubble telescope.
Yeah.
What is their reasoning for not just showing the guy?
Maybe it's Chris Angel.
Oh, wow, that would be magic. If he left the studio seconds ago and now he's climbing the bridge... What the hell?
We got an update on the TB guy.
TB guy. No one cares. That's yesterday's news.
Yeah, let's go.
We need bridge jump guy.
More traffic.
Oh, look at the toll plaza. How angry would you be sitting in that traffic?
They got a helicopter shot that's just swirling around Manhattan showing traffic and buildings at this point. Bunch of poo-ha's.
Why aren't they showing
Breaking news. Police trying to question disturbed man on GWB. He was really wobbly as he was climbing up to the top of the thing.
Any other copter views? News Channel 7?
No.
With their 7 copter?
The boys are on it.
The Channel 4 copter?
I don't know. If you're going to do something like this, at least have the decency to do it on a weekend.
Exactly.
All the national morning shows aren't even breaking into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're still doing their dumb morning show stuff.
Timmy,
I got $20 says he's not going to do it.
I think this guy looked serious. I say he jumps.
He was really wobbly.
Yeah.
But they were on his tail, though. They had 4 people were kind of chasing him up.
Yeah, kind of going up, but they always got to be careful.
All right, they're zooming in to your right there.
Zooming in.
What we got?
On what?
They're zooming into what?
On one of the big cable things that he was climbing.
All right, now they're
when you
moving
get
up
to the top,
cables.
it gets extremely windy. This is what they're saying.
Hold on, they might be showing us again because they're doing. What?
I think they're intentionally.
What are they doing?
They're intentionally not. It's obvious they're intentionally not showing.
Is this like a baseball game when someone runs on the field? Let's not show it on TV because we don't want others to do this.
Other people to do it.
Are you kidding me?
Give me a break.
And now they're doing the long zoom out.
Of course,
to nothing.
Why
what they're
would
doing
they do
is
this?
they're not going to show it, but they're going to keep teasing you like they're going to show it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just useless. Why don't you do your Starbucks story again, how they're not using whole milk anymore? That's the type of lifting you guys should be doing.
What the hell are they doing?
All right, I'm bored.
They're completely bored.
I'm pissed.
All right, to hell with that. So, what's up with that Loch Ness Monster, huh? Is this guy crazy or what?
They're trying to show responsibility. The news is trying to show responsibility.
You know, if they had been and they hadn't sensationalized every story, I'd say, okay, this is their policy. But they do. Everything they do is to get a response and make it action packed. So when they do stuff like this, it's just bull.
You want to guess backstory?
Wait. E-Rock's got an update.
Oh.
They're saying they're not sure, or it doesn't look like a terrorist activity. Then they're describing how the police walk up there.
A terrorist activity? And the guy's out of his mind with a butcher's knife. I'm getting reports of the butcher's knife that he pulled out of his pocket.
And they just said they're protecting his identity and they won't be zooming in close on him.
Oh, come on. Protecting his identity.
Chance for ratings. You blew it again. Goodbye.
Oh.
And stop.
It is. It's like that old bad hotel porno where they would show like people but no actual porn.
Right.
What do you think? Backstory.
And
girlfriend dumped him.
And stop with the terrorist angle every time something weird happens in New York City. The one look at the guy when they did show him, it's very obvious he's not a terrorist, okay?
Yes, E-Rock?
The Fox HD channel, they're playing the audio of the commercials, but they have the camera feed on.
Okay, there's the guy.
He's now laying down.
He's surrounded by cops. He's pretty much surrounded. But he sure does have a way to jump.
He could just roll over still.
Oh, they just zoomed in closer.
All right, they zoomed in. What do we got?
He's saying, Tony, you didn't call me. Why didn't you call me, Tony?
What do they got? What are you looking at, E-Rock?
I don't know.
Got a
what
knife?
It could be a knife, but he's got it in his right hand.
He's got something shiny in his.
What
happened?
switched? They put it back into commercials. They had the commercial audio playing, but didn't realize they had the copter feed on.
Oh my God! Are they?
Oh my God!
So they're watching it at the studio.
That news. Yeah. You know what? That news channel should change formats.
Yes.
They don't know what they're doing.
Change format. Put us on in the morning and music all day.
What? What are they doing?
While the feed
they weren't supposed to show that shot.
They thought they were in commercial.
All you're hearing is a car commercial and a credit card company, and you're seeing the raw feed.
All right, we saw the guy. He was laying down on his side at the top of the bridge. What are they called again? Like you said,
they're just those big cables.
Those massive cables, right?
Yeah.
And then you got cops above him, below him, and to the side of him on the other cable. And he's just laying on his side, and you see some kind of shiny object in his right hand.
They did a super close-up view also.
And then they went to a dumb commercial.
So they're enjoying themselves in the studio watching this.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see he's got something in his right hand.
He's got a knife. Oh, those bastards. They screwed up right there. You know something, just for the sake of the news, screwing themselves, I wish he would have done it then. Because that would have been like, oh my God, we didn't even know it was on. We want to apologize to all our viewers who might have been shocked at what they just saw.
Yeah, but secretly in the back room, like, cool, we got away with something.
Yeah. There it is. All right. We got an alert. Man attempting to jump. Now that's the footage that they were showing before.
What happened?
Why did you change, E-Rock?
Are you insane?
E-Rock, we're going to kill you. What happened? We just had it.
All right. Now they're going back to a long shot of the bridge.
Is that the same 5? Or were you on...
Well, I think...
Same 5, yeah.
All right. Well, here comes the shot again. They got another... No, they're showing the traffic again. Show the guy. This is a great movie.
I'm gonna throw something through the television.
This is so frustrating. They showed the guy again on his side with a shiny object. They're still trying to talk to him. It looked like he slit his wrist. We don't know. But that was the motion he did about 15 minutes ago. And now they're just showing the traffic again. Oh,
I'm angry.
Oh, my God.
He's not going to do it. He would have done it by now.
Yeah. You never let the cops get that close.
The cops should just walk away. You're not going to do it. Let us know when you crawl down. We'll give you a blanket.
Turn their back on him.
Yeah, get the traffic going.
Yeah. Come on. You know how many pissed off people there are down there?
They should just get the traffic going. Just make everybody put on their wipers.
It might be raining man in a few minutes.
And now they're showing the traffic report.
Well, the primitive version with the cartoon cars. Great. That's what we need today. This is why everyone's watching your news channel. You're stating the obvious that traffic might be a problem now. Oh, God, the news just sucks on so many levels.
Bunch of people going to be late today, huh?
Fake responsibility. They're trying to figure out how they could, show this and save face.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll take a break. And
come back and not even talk about this.
Well, we'll give you an update. We got some inside connections.
Yeah.
So far, there's nothing to report, but we do have some inside connections.
We'll let you know if he jumps.
All right, it's Opie and Anthony. We're not telling anyone anything they don't know already by saying the news stinks. Fox News has made a decision. They just announced it. They had to tell their viewers, we made a decision. We have the capability of zooming in on this guy, but we made a decision as a responsible network to blah, 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 blah.
We're not going to do that.
We're only going to show you shots of traffic instead. This is Fox News saying this. They made a decision?
A moral decision?
They made a moral decision?
If they made a moral decision, they would just go off the air.
Absolutely.
They're nothing but sensationalism. And then you get a story where there's actual human drama, and they don't show it.
Yeah, you know what's funny is they sit there and they say they got definitive evidence of the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
And then they go to the video, they got nothing. Now they finally have something, and they're not going to show it.
Something live, a real human drama story is happening, and they're not covering it.
Yeah, the guy was climbing up to the top of the bridge all wobbly. He pulled something shiny out of his, pants or something. Looked like he slashed one of his arms. It looked like it anyway.
Yeah.
And then the last time they showed footage of the guy, he was on his side as they're trying to talk to him. Human drama at its best.
But they won't show it. That's an odd thing.
The only thing missing was Clint Eastwood just going up with the sport coat and the Magnum.
Yeah, I'll get the punk.
Right.
If it was Lindsay Lohan, they would be zooming in up her skirt.
Yeah.
If it was that, for some reason, they won't zoom in on this guy.
It's unbelievable too. They're just showing the picture of people stuck on the bridge. They're out of their cars now, and it's obvious they can let some of these cars go by. By the way,
what do you mean?
Just let them go.
What if the guy jumped right when a car was driving?
Then he lands
Take a chance.
top of the car and
no, it's funny. They're getting an airbag. They're setting up an airbag, and they're taking their sweet old time.
Yeah, they're kind of unfolding it.
All right, we'll set this up.
Spin it around.
I don't know. I wasn't supposed to be here today.
Guys underneath with body bags just trying to catch him. Go ahead, jump, buddy.
Yeah, we don't want them messing up the road.
But they were just taking their sweet old time getting the airbag out and getting it all situated underneath the guy. So now they're showing cartoon cars instead.
You can't even turn around or nothing. You're just stuck in there. Wow, that's claustrophobic to me. To be stuck in traffic like that, and you look around and go, I can't move anywhere.
Yeah, let's see Chris Angel get out of that.
Yeah, levitate your car
above all the
300 feet.
Well, I got to tell you, the news is terrific, though, because instead of showing the human drama and a real situation that's happening in live, in real time, they're doing this cute little story today.
Well, falling in public, not remembering someone's name, we all get caught in those embarrassing situations at one time or another. Happens to me a lot. Well, today we're going to ask Gail just how do you handle it? So please welcome back motivational strategist and contributing editor to Success Magazine, Gail Casper.
What if you fall off the GWB in front of so many people? That's embarrassing.
What if you jump and you don't die, and then you have to talk to all your friends who say, why did you do it?
How do you handle that?
How do you talk to the children?
Embarrassing.
Gail Casper, thanks for coming in
It's
today.
good to see you, Steve.
All right, so Gail, we saw it this past weekend.
Yes.
Miss USA made a less than graceful walk across the stage. It's also happened to Carmen Electra when she was in a fashion show. How do you recover from an embarrassing moment like that?
Well, I think what's important is that if you fall, you get up, just as they did. You brush yourself off, you smile, and you keep going. It's the confidence that you have in yourself that's going to make all the difference in the world. You need to be able to laugh at yourself. And if you can do that, you can move forward.
Well, what do normal people do? What do normal people do? Curl up in a ball and cry and never get over it?
Till someone helps them.
That's what you do. You get up, you smile,
You brush your ass off, and you walk.
They're experts at doing who gives a crap stories on the news. Like, there's someone out there that actually the rest of their lives are affected because they fell down in front of people in public.
What do you do if you bite into an apple and a part of it goes in between your teeth? Well, you do what everybody. You go into the bathroom, you get some floss.
You floss it out.
Floss it out. Chapter 2.
Wow.
Hey,
that's great info. Thank you.
Fox New York webpage might have some fine footage. I'm getting a report. And then there's Peter. I don't know if this is true, from the George Washington Bridge. I'm at the bridge. The cops got the a-hole, but the bridge is still closed. Jerk is making me late for work. That's a typical New Yorker right there, and I love it.
Got him.
We can't confirm that. We don't know.
To make all the difference in the world. You need to be able to laugh at yourself. And if you can do that, you can move forward.
Yeah, I think she did that. She moved pretty. I mean, look, even though we keep running this clip because we're cruel over and over again, she did. She got up and she had it all together.
Exactly, and that's what we need to be doing. And if you're the host of an event like that and you come on after they fall, you want to make light of it too. If you get nervous about it, they're going to be nervous about it.
Make light of it. If you're the host of that, you just point and start laughing.
Of course.
That's what you do. When you see someone fall, it's funny every time. Yeah. Every single time. By the way, if they did get this guy, the news ain't going to tell you for at least another hour, because they still want you to watch.
Yeah.
So they're going to keep you wondering for a long time, even though they're not going to actually show footage of the guy.
They'll milk it.
They'll milk it, yeah.
Hey, if you guys were going to kill yourselves, what famous structure would you jump off of?
The jumping
question.
thing would be tough,
Good
man.
question.
I don't know.
The jump is a rough one, but if you have to jump, let me see.
Golden Gate Bridge, #1 destination for jumpers.
That's a hack.
Did you see the Golden Gate Bridge documentary movie?
No.
Called The Bridge?
I heard about it, but yeah, no.
We had the guy in that filmed it. He filmed the bridge for something like 2 years and caught many, many people jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. People travel from all over the world to jump off that
I jump off
structure.
the head of one of those Bob Big Boys.
Bob Big Boy head?
Yeah, right up the slide, right down his part.
That's an embarrassing way to go. People would laugh at your suicide.
Oh, why not get one more laugh?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Comic.
Yeah, a little sort of something funny at the funeral.
Some people are saying Hoover Dam. That would be a biggie.
Hoover Dam, I sort of, you go there and you think, I think I could slide down this thing.
You could slide down it, yeah, because it kind of goes out at the bottom.
Yeah, you don't realize that you're dropping straight down for a couple of buildings.
Quite a ways, and then you're just going to bounce off of concrete.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I think you'd be pretty scraped up. I think that's closed casket.
Can't you just do the water slide thing where you cross your legs and your arms over you and you just go right down the dam?
You would be a half of a person. Like, your back all the way up to half of you would be gone and flat. You'd be able to flip you over and get a cross-section of your organs.
Hey,
just a big red streak down the dam.
Guys...
Your kid needs to be in one of the windows. People look out. Can you imagine that with a dude who's just sliding by? This screeching sound.
Oh, God.
No lube.
Leaving a big bloody trail and bone scrape marks.
This is one of the greatest engineering marvels.
E-Rock's got an update. E-Rock?
Yes, E-Rock? Yeah, they got him. They're starting to bring him down from the bridge.
Boring.
Hair.
Let's all be honest with each other. We secretly wanted the guy to jump, right?
I didn't know.
Right? You wanted him to jump. Bill, you wanted him to jump. People listening out there, you kind of want him to jump. We kind of want to hear
I wanted him to live, but I wanted him to jump.
I didn't want him to jump. I wanted him to actually realize he wanted to live, and then a gust of wind push him off.
Someone suggested, imagine if the helicopter that is covering this, blew him off the bridge.
Blew him off with the rotor wash. Now that'd be a good one.
Yeah. All right, so they got him? All right, when are they going to open up traffic for everybody?
Immediately.
All right. Getting back to How to handle embarrassing moments. Well, what to do when you get caught talking about somebody complete with bad acting skit. This is what the news is doing today.
Who's doing this?
And they did this as this man was on the bridge. They thought this was more important.
So you would, you're doing a little bit in front of your coworkers, maybe about your boss? I don't get this.
They're doing a bad acting skit, like reenacting how it might go down, where you're at work, and let's say you and I are talking bad about Bill Burr, and he happens to hear. How to get out of that situation.
Oh, boy, are you in Dutch.
But they got a bad acting skit.
Okay.
Okay, now since I'm like this tall, my mother's always told me if you don't have anything nice to say about someone, don't say anything at all. But unfortunately, this happens sometimes. Take a look at this, folks.
There's the bad acting.
What's up with OG? Why is she always laughing? What's up with her?
Right, everything is always funny to her.
I just go, hey. Right? You have a frustrating situation. You are talking to somebody about someone else. They walk up behind you. One of the things that you want to be aware of is you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to own up to it. I'm going to tell them I have a challenge. There's no sense in dealing with conflict that's just kept within you. You've got to talk to the person about it. So get it out in the open.
Get it out in the open. Be honest and just be straightforward.
Say, hey, look, and if you're in the emotion, you need to get back to logic. Step back for a minute and say, you know what? I'll stop by your office in a few minutes.
All right. And you can always say you're sorry anyway, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, this stinks.
Oh, God, that's awful.
But you're supposed to own up to it like, that's right, I said you were fat. I mean,
I think that's a great book. I think I'm going to pick it. There's a lot of good advice in that.
Oh, the news.
So when two hens are just yapping about some other coworker, and she walks in, you're supposed to maybe go up to her and say, look, I apologize.
I know I said that. Yeah, I did say that.
Oh, my God,
I'm sorry.
she's such a
They
whore.
still mean it.
Yeah, of course they do.
They said it, so they mean it.
You think and they also pick something, she's always laughing like everything's funny, as opposed to she's such a whore, she's up with 3 guys at the Christmas party. Hey,
See,
you did hook up with them.
What a complete this woman is. She's everybody at the office party every year. Remember we walked in and she was that guy's.
Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Yes, that's right. We were talking about how you're a whore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, but you are a whore.
Everyone knows it.
We all talk about it all the time. We just got caught.
The news sucks so bad, they should change formats and just play country music videos.
Right.
Just change formats. Stop being a news station. By the way, a lot of people noticing that we had 2 huge storylines this week on the show that went nowhere.
Right.
We had 2 huge potential things happening live on our show that ended in a bore fest.
Dead, not dead girl on Pal Talk.
Yesterday we had Sharky Girl.
Not dead, dead girl.
For a while we thought she was in serious trouble. We thought she OD'd or something. Something was going on.
She was hungover.
And then she just woke up and wrecked that bit. And now we got Jumper Guy that was talked down.
GWB Jumper Guy that never jumped.
No.
Just backed up traffic.
All right. How to handle embarrassing moments. This is what they were doing on the news instead of, like, really getting into the jumper thing. How to handle a fart in the elevator.
Well, I know how Jimmy Norton handles it. With a chuckle. Everyone laughs and laughs.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing has happened to everybody. You're in an elevator,
Really?
The doors close, and all of a sudden, something kind of smells a little funny. What do you do?
A little funky.
Yeah, I mean, look at Anthony's face there. I mean,
hey, how does he know what I'm doing?
What do you do?
I'm guessing Anthony was the
I think he's the
culprit there.
culprit, yeah.
I am not.
Anthony never farts.
I don't do it in the elevators.
Anthony has never farted in front of anyone.
Well, I don't like it when, I have to breathe in other people's ass stench.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, keep
Ass
that from
atmosphere.
people.
Know what this story needs?
Atmosphere.
I wasn't amazed guys who just fart on command.
On cue. It's just so disgusting.
Well, let me see how I'm supposed to handle this, all right?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
Is it a bad one?
Dude, the other night, I'm in bed with my chick.
Oh,
my lovely
no.
girlfriend.
You didn't.
You can tell he's did something bad because he's already complimenting her.
Yeah.
No, I love my girlfriend. And, it's hot, so we got the fan in the room. I turn on the air conditioner. air conditioning unit. But since the homeless guy decided to relieve himself in it, we don't use that anymore. Thank God, I think I'm finally moving. But
it's got to smell great.
So we can't use the air conditioner because we turned it on and we smelled, homeless guy, So we're down to fans. So I had a sour stomach, and I had a
sour stomach,
and I had a bit of a backup that lasted about 2 days. So
it was all.
So it was pretty bad. So
it was the perfect storm brewing in your colon.
We got the nice fan blowing a nice little breeze on us in bed. It's the middle of the night, and I wake up because I'm having pains. I'm too lazy to get up, so I figure,
she's sleeping.
Oh, no.
She's sleeping.
Yeah, well.
So I let loose, and the fan immediately blew it right into both of our faces.
Did she wake up?
Did
she shoot up?
Oh, my God. Dude, I'm
screaming.
I was so embarrassed, man. Because I figured I could get away with it, but stupid me, the fan's blowing right on us, so it just blew it right back into our
Do you know how bad it has to stink to wake somebody up? She probably started having a World War I nightmare, like mustard gas or something.
What did you say?
Huh? In the middle of the night, I don't know.
Oh, God,
just fake like you're asleep.
Oh, yeah, I was embarrassed.
It's not me.
I've had it so bad that I've woken myself up. Because it's so just ridiculous. But this was hilarious, because then I just started laughing my ass off, because I wasn't thinking that the fan might be a problem in this situation. Let me see how
I thought it was an ally.
Yeah, let's see how you handle a fart in an elevator.
I think he's the culprit.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we're all grown-ups. I think the most important thing to do is just ignore it and keep moving forward. Step out of that elevator and go on with your day.
Okay, so just kind of like move on, ignore it.
Exactly.
Yeah, just get out of the car.
No, you got to say something like, oh, who did that?
This is like kill time TV.
Yeah.
I can't believe someone actually dedicated that to print.
Right.
What do you do? Just move on. Get on with your day. You're above it. I mean, what are they, 3-sentence chapters?
Just ride the elevator.
What are you supposed to do? Get into the fetal position and just cry uncontrollably?
Yeah.
Saying what a loser you are?
Put on a gas mask.
Some tree in the rainforest getting chopped down for that crap. Hoping it's going to become part of some majestic structure that'll last for years.
No, it just becomes a sliver of paper with drivel scribbled on it.
What do you do when someone farts in an elevator?
You just kind of hit your number.
Your breath and you shoot him a look.
You just start laughing and go, that was a good one, right?
Hey, you could write a book.
See?
That's a whole new angle.
Just as good advice as I heard.
It could be like the chicken soup for when people fart in elevators. You just keep writing more and more of them.
Farting for dummies. Email etiquette, forgetting somebody's name. They finish with this. This is the last little bit.
Forgetting somebody's name.
Yeah. This is what they thought was way more important than the jumper today.
All right. Now, the email, nowadays we all email. And sometimes, this actually happened to me, I accidentally sent an email to the wrong person. Fortunately, it wasn't embarrassing, but it does happen. So how do you...
What was the attachment?
When you're just having an IM conversation?
Yeah. When you're IMing between a few different people?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you weren't supposed to get that one.
There's no way out of it. You could have a whole chapter on that. That's just brutal. Jimmy started a thing. I started doing it with Earl, man. You have an IM conversation, you say something just beyond ridiculous. I'm trying to think of something in particular. And Earl writes back like, I can't do the bit. Damn it. Never mind. We need Jimmy for that one. Yeah, exactly. I punched out.
You did punch out. Car still
to the wrong
hit.
person. Fortunately, it wasn't embarrassing, but it does happen. So how do you handle it? What's the right email etiquette?
Well, there are 3 things to think about. Number 1, if it's a sensitive issue, don't reply to all with emails. Make sure you selectively pick and choose who you're going to send that email to. And the other thing is don't use profanity, any type of inappropriate jokes, and also don't complain about people in emails. Now, if you follow those rules and you accidentally send something to somebody, it's really simple to send that follow-up email and just say, hey, you know what? You got this in error. Sorry, disregard it. it.
Right, but the other thing too is like you can write something, but in words it has different meanings depending on how you say it.
Yeah, well, there's little techniques you got to learn there to make sure that the body language comes through with the words.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
All right. So my big problem is forgetting people's names all the time. So what do you do if you can't remember somebody's name and you know the person, you just blank?
Well, it's okay to say to somebody, you know what, your name escapes me. It's okay to say to somebody else.
No, it
if
isn't.
you happen to remember what their name is, it'll help you through the situation.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming in. Some great tips this morning.
Thank you so much.
Great tips.
Great tips. And by the way, it's not all right to say to somebody, your name, slipped my mind. You're pretty much saying, you're not important to me. You've done nothing to make any impact on me that would make me remember your
Or
name.
at least that's how they're going to take it.
Yeah.
Other than the fact.
Right.
The fact. What do we want?
Well, now, I mean, Channel 11 locally here, the news, they got just some bikini babe putting a suntan lotion on. They've just given up.
No, she's not even like a...
She's... Ew, she's like a
God.
Oh,
Jesus.
I like how they took her hair out like that was going to make her better.
Right.
Yeah. She's got Tony Montana's sister's hair.
What are they doing? Bikini makeovers today?
I think it's fake tan or something.
Oh, they're doing a fake tan thing?
Look, she went's off that stage real
Bags
quick.
under her eyes.
All right, now we're
we got
talking.
a nice looking blonde, sure.
Now we're talking. What's she going to do?
She escaped some sort of...
Oh, she's just...
Oh, she's covering up. Oh, I thought that was a bruise. Oh,
little tan in
that
the
looked
can.
bad. I thought maybe she forgot to put something. She's got
does
big
have a
black
bruise.
and blue on
She
her
does have
leg.
a bruise.
She
Nice.
does have a bruise. This
Gave
girl's
her
a
that.
goer.
An experienced wife beater.
She's got one little bruise on her thigh, and Opie dubs her a goer. She likes it.
Oh, you might
can
want to get
tell.
that mole removed. Is that a piercing or a mole? Oh, it's a piercing.
Her belly button looks like it's going, whoa! Hello!
Like cartoon opera guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Spin around now.
This is what they're doing on the news today. They're trying out tan in the can.
Yeah, tan in that can.
Tans in the cans.
Yeah, you tan that can. Oh, tan in a can.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Finally. You're finally laughing. Thanks.
Not bad.
I was laughing.
no.
White dude.
That's the guy.
That's me.
Bill Burr, what's up?
This guy's got to be from Long Island or Jersey.
And he's trying the Neutrogena micro
you know what's funny?
mist tanning.
I'm so pale. I've
spray.
I've actually tried that and nothing happened. I swear to God, my body repels
Any
sort
type of
pigment,
color.
any sort of pigment.
Even artificial.
Whatever.
Why are we watching this?
This is what they're doing, and they want to be taken seriously. And they actually want to comment. Go screw.
The stupid news distracted us from the end of the show today. I want to apologize to the listeners.
Yeah.
For the last segment of this program.
We had fun. Hey, Bill Burr, the big plug. You're going to be in the Boston area playing at Bill Blumenreich's clubs?
Yeah, the Comedy Connection in Saugus, in Providence, and in Boston, Massachusetts, the last weekend of June, 28th through like the 30th.
Let's go to BillBurr.com.
There you go.
Bill's material is just awesome. I had so much fun seeing you at the Stress Factory, and then I drove you home all drowsy. We haven't even talked about that yet. Missing
We
exits
should
and
have done
stuff.
that instead of talking about some guy
I know.
who wasn't going to kill himself.
I wasn't drunk, swear to God. I didn't even have a beer, but this show, when you try to go out on a Friday night without a nap, by the time I decided to drive Bill back to Manhattan, it was about an hour and a half drive.
We missed the Holland, we missed the Lincoln.
It was like,
we're like, we got one more left.
We have one more
chance
shot
left.
It was like 2 in the morning, so at this point I'm up 22 hours, and I was all over the road, and Bill was too polite to say anything.
Tappan Zee Bridge.
It was next time, Bill. Thank you so much. I appreciate
thanks,
it.
guys.
Hey, we're going down to Washington to see our buddy Jim Norton tape his HBO special tomorrow night. We're very excited. We'll see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend.